The following announcement has been paid for by Casey is Raw. What up, guys? This is Casey is Raw, and my co-host is AJ Raiders. What's going up, man?
What's going on?
Oh,
You totally
nothing.
botched that. I was like getting ready to say it and shit.
Go ahead. Like you said, I did botch it.
Welcome to Friday is Raw.
There you go. That was pretty fucking good.
Right.
Uh,
I had to get in that Vince McMahon voice. I had to get into the mindset.
I apologize to people for the tardiness. No, I was not sleepy. I did not fall asleep or anything. I was busy the second I left work until I literally just got to the house.
Yeah, literally, you called me from leaving work and fucking going to. You want to go everywhere, so do you care to tell everybody where you're at? I know where you're at, but
Yeah.
you want to tell everybody?
So, I got out of work and I got a little bit of the money from a prize check, and I went to go buy something that I've been wanting for a while, and decided, hey, I'm here and around town, so I decided to pick up my friend Scott, as people like to
The
call
homeless
him,
guy.
the homeless guy. So after that, we went to the game store, picked the, several items up, and then we came back to here, did the end part of the show of video game hunting, and then right after that, we took off to go watch the new Flash movie. And I will not spoil anything about that. I will be releasing the non-spoiler tomorrow, but I do have a spoiler review that will release at a later date. He convinced me to hold out on that because I was going to have non-spoiler and spoiler on the one, but I think he was correct. And when we were done, he was giving me head. I mean, we were doing. No, we were doing the review, non-spoiler.
Wait, hold on. We got to go back to this. Was this behind the fucking dumpster at the movie theater?
What are you talking about?
You said, and the audience heard as well, fans, you all heard this. You said that your buddy Scott gave you head. Was it behind the garbage can? Behind the dumpster?
Yeah, it was at his house. The dumpster. So, I told him about that whole thing. He laughed. I told a couple things to him. He's a good sport. But we did our spoiler review and spoiler review. I literally just walked in the house and just called AJ. It's like, we need to go. And plus, I was in the theater calling AJ, say, hey, I'm going to probably be running late because of what the to the 7 o'clock show,
Yeah,
and
the main event, pretty much. That's
yeah,
pretty much when everybody and their mama was there, right?
well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it wasn't packed,
No,
but I will give my rating and suggestion right now.
go for it.
As rating, I give this might sound outrageous, but I give it 9 out of 10. It was awesome. I highly suggest the movie. Um, but if you want the review, just wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, not to mention Casey tells me on the DMs, he says, I totally marked out for this movie. I'm like, really? That's
Dude,
awesome.
oh, I marked out a lot during this movie. So, yeah, it was awesome. I highly suggest it. So I'm gonna
You
shout
got
out.
anybody in the chat?
That's what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna shout
Okay.
out the people in chat.
All right.
Um, we got Mikhail.
What's going on, buddy?
We got Costanza. He's
What's going
trolling.
on, Costanza?
He's trolling me. And then we got Anani right
Hey,
here.
Nani. How you doing, girl?
We got AJ. And then you telling people what's up, saying because I went to watch the Flash movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
then
I had to tell people.
I appreciate that you had my back
Mm-hmm.
on that. We
Through
have
and through, buddy.
Devious Day Rose in the chat.
What's going on, Dave?
Ah, it's funny. We all know Casey can't run. And then he says maybe Waddle. Waddle. That was funny. Then we have Steve Callan.
What's going on, Steve?
And then we got Fortnite is Raw.
What's going on, Fortnite is Raw?
We got Big T.
Big T, what's going on, man?
And that is it for right now.
All right.
I just getting messages from you now, and then late intro.
We got another one. Trekipedia, what's going on, Trek?
So I have put out the link if you guys decide want to come in. We will be.
Hold on. Let me do it.
Go ahead.
We have a huge announcement, folks. As of next Wednesday night, there will be no more Wednesday Night Nitro. Next Wednesday is the last Nitro on this show. Me and Casey, we've talked this over. We're both burnt out. We can't do 2 shows no more. We can only do the 1 show on Fridays. So Friday is going to be Friday night call-in show. You can call in, hang out with Casey, do whatever. But next Wednesday is the last Nitro, and it's fitting that it's my birthday. So we will be getting fucked up and celebrating the last Nitro. So everybody come in, call in, hang out with us for the last Nitro, hang out, celebrate my birthday, say happy birthday to me, yeah, we're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be better than the fucking WCW Monday Nitro, how it went out. It'll be a lot better than that turnout, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, go ahead, Casey. What else you got?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I do have the link to the stream. I mean, to our StreamYard. Give me a little time, guys. I'm tired. I literally, from the point I left work to now, I've been on the go. So if I stumble, you know why. So, yeah, like AJ says, we're both getting burnt out. We're like, we're both working a lot. Like, I'm working more overtime lately.
Yeah, I'm
Plus,
still doing my 12s.
yeah. And sadly, we lost Tex. I mean, and Tex is, he has things he's doing, and um, we have no big qualms about that. And but we got Mr. Pico too,
What's going on, Pico?
but yeah, we're both getting kind of burnt out, and we just tired. But I think Friday is good continuing show. Not saying that maybe during the week if I'm bored or something, maybe we'll go live or something.
Yeah, see,
But
that's why I gave you that one thumbnail that
mm,
you can go live. When it's not just has to be Friday as Raw. You can do it whenever, man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think it
so
looks badass. Actually, the background, the thumbnail, I think it's pretty
I
sweet.
I still kind of like this one better with the chain link fence and everything.
Right. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're doing that, like the Friday is Raw, you know what I mean. But
yeah.
like you said, if you want to go live and have people call in and talk whatever day you decide to, that's perfect setup. But yeah, there is no more Wednesday Night Nitro. It's sad my baby's going away, but you know what? It was a great run. We had 20, it's going to be 26 episodes next Wednesday. So, I mean, hey, come and hang out with us, party. Let's drink. Let's get fucked up on my birthday and celebrate Nitro. That's all I have to really say.
I guess that was 6 months. I mean, 26 weeks. That's right in the
Yeah.
middle of 52
Yeah.
weeks.
Hell, dude,
So,
we were crushing it, dude. We had fucking hundreds and hundreds of views every fucking week on that show. Same way with Friday is Raw.
yeah,
It's like it's not like it's not like we had low ratings and the audience wasn't there. It's the fact of the matter that me and
we're
Casey
getting
are
burnt.
burnt out. We can't do this 2 shows a week thing anymore.
But one is more easier. Plus, it'd be easier for um, topics. I
Right.
do agree with it. Was granted Wednesday. I really enjoyed the Batman topic, but I do think it would be nice to have a little bit more topics.
Yeah, than
But
just
not
one.
saying we can't just shoot the shit, right?
Right.
But I do think it would be better to have topics.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Oh, that's what I've always been trying to do with these shows is topics.
oh yeah,
That's why I've
I,
always messaged you like, hey, what's the topics for the night? What are we going to talk about? See, like right now we're just shooting the shit. We're just waiting for somebody to jump in and come
mm,
and hang out with us. We're just shooting the shit. It's whatever.
we
But I'm really
probably
curious more about the Flash. Like, I know you're not going to spoil any reviews, but I want to know about Keaton, man. Like,
he. I'll just say this: He's in there a lot more than I thought he would be.
more than
Let's just
just that one shot that they
yeah,
showed everybody. Okay.
yes. And well, I'm happy that they didn't. You know how a lot of times movies they'll take the best parts of the movie and put everything in it
In
in
the
the
trailer.
trailer.
Right.
So I'm glad they didn't do that
Okay.
because it would totally ruin the movie.
Hmm.
So I highly suggest it. Even though I'm not a fan of the main character, whatever his fucking name is,
I have
you
no
know,
clue.
but honestly, minus his real life bullshit, he
Hmm.
did a hell of a job as an acting. But I'm not going to talk too much about it. Like I said, I highly suggest about it. And
Watch his review. Watch Casey's review if you
we'll
guys want
have,
to know more.
like I said, there'll be two reviews. There'll be the first one is going to be non-spoiler, and then a couple days later, when people get a chance to watch it, then I'll put the spoiler. And we were more on topic than Creed 3. Like Scotty did a good job, and
Right.
I didn't tell you this, but I was kind of talking to Scott when we were doing interacting in this room, doing the showing off the stuff what I picked up. and we were just chatting, and then doing our review, I offered him between a full time or part time spot if he's willing to come on. So, yeah, but
Wait, oh, I'm
Trek,
sorry, I blacked out. Oh, Trek. Okay, yeah.
28 years. uh,
That makes me feel fucking old, dudes. Because think about it this way: Batman '89 turns literally 34 years old, the same age as me. So think about that. Literally.
but I would say DC about this. DC definitely nailed the multiverse version on of their version of the multiverse. They nailed it. As DC, they did a hell of a job on this one. Oh,
Oh, shout out to Big T in the chat, man. Much props to you for being, a loyal watcher and supporter of our shows, man. Like everything you said right here, it says, the Wednesday was a great show. Mad props to AJ. He really showed his production skills, and it should be to be able to see the awesome conversation between Dave and Tex and took a step back. Respect. Oh, heart to the heart, Big T. That is the most respectful thing I could ever say. Props to
oh
you, my
yeah.
man. I hope even with Nitro going out with a bang next Wednesday night, you still follow us, you still watch Casey's shows, you enjoy it as much as you have already. Just because Nitro goes away doesn't mean you don't have to not stop watching us, not stop being a fan. Casey and me really appreciate all the dedication that you've watched us throughout the 6 months that we've done that show. We appreciate it and just keep trucking on and watching.
I sure tell you one thing, it sure hell didn't feel like 6 months.
Oh, dude, it felt longer. Like, to be honest with you, it felt like a year. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It just felt I don't know. It just didn't felt too long, but
You know what's funny is that we started that whole gimmick thing back in uh November, because that was it was either no October. It was October of 2022. That was the first time me and you ever talked. Was we did the top 10 WCW wrestlers of all time. It was me, you, Tex, and
mm,
Compton. That was the first time I ever did a show
oh,
with you guys, because Tex was the one that put me on. And shout out to Tex in the chat. What's going on, brother?
he says Flash was hot garbage. I would love to hear his reason because I mean, granted, to me, non-spoiler about this, don't don't waste your time for the ending credit scene. It was pointless. It's no good. Everything else I loved. So I would love to hear why he did not like Flash. But to me, I marked out through most of the movie, and there's a bunch of good reasons why. But
Oh, speaking of that, Casey, I like your 2006 DX shirt. Is that the one with the
oh, you know
skip spray
what?
can, right?
Yeah,
You
you know
stand
it's
up because
cool.
I'm pretty sure that is that one, right?
Yeah,
Yep, dude, I had that shirt.
what was cool is it was funny you said that because I was walking out of the theater.
Yeah.
I and some guy says, "Oh, cool DX shirt." I was like, "Oh shit, I was
He didn't
wearing
even know what he was wearing.
no."
Casey's like, I thought I was in my underwear. So let me ask you, did you pull the old, the hot dog and the fucking hot in the bucket routine with Scott?
Hot dog in the bucket. I mean,
You
you
know, you
mean the
cut the hole.
popcorn, the the
Yeah,
penis in the popcorn bucket trick?
yeah.
No, he had his own popcorn. I couldn't do that. Oh, But guess what?
What's up?
I wish, and my wish has came true. Welcome
No,
to the show, Tex.
What's going
Casey.
on, Tex?
Casey, you remember that bad feeling you had about me the other day?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you
apparently
dying?
that. No,
Are you
no,
dying?
I'm very much alive, healthy, and well. It was actually my gun that you had a bad feeling about because it completely crapped out on me while I was having Lena hog hunt tonight. So I'm
How was
home with
it?
extra time.
How
Horrible
was
because
it?
my horrible because my gun wouldn't work. That's why I'm here. So
Oh, damn.
Well, Casey
yeah.
is a hog technically, so I think he was
Well,
trying to protect his own kind.
technically, I'm gonna have to bring this. You know, this. Well, I can't really say what I was about to say, otherwise that's a threat. But
Go ahead, go
needless to
ahead. It's
say,
okay.
it, long story short, I lost my earbuds. So, do I sound okay? Because I'm on a crappy wired
Yeah,
head.
you sound good, dude. You sound good.
Okay, I lost my earbuds in the dark, and black earbuds in the dark are very easily camouflaged. So, I'm not having a great night. How are you, baby?
Well,
Yeah, all right.
maybe that was the bad feelings. I mean, your
Well,
earbuds and your gun. I mean,
well,
I was
I
saying,
don't know, but right now I want to drop kick a 2-year-old just because I'm angry. I don't even care right now.
Well, I mean,
Either way,
what are
Casey's
you
5, so
angry
that's
at?
good enough, right?
Because you,
Casey's 5, so you can kick him.
no. Either way, no. Casey, I'm not surprised you like this movie. As you just said yourself, you're a mark for Keaton. You're a casual comic fan. You saw the shiny new movie with PlayStation 2 level graphics of people who shouldn't have even been in that movie. It that movie's an atrocity. It's horrible, and I'm not spoiling anything either. If you want my full thoughts, y'all can wait till Tuesday. But
Tuesday.
yes, Tuesday we're doing a flash review, full spoilers.
Well, you know what? I think I need to. I would love to invade that because I would love
Well,
to combat your fit.
well, you can try, but that's cute. Either way,
I, I,
no,
I
that
just because to me, I can't see why you would hate this because I absolutely loved it
Who's
because
the worst? Okay,
Hold on,
who's
I
the worst
gotta ask you a
Batman of all?
question. Did
Please,
you
AJ.
use Frank's money that he sent you to watch this movie?
I guess you could say that
Because you did
because
win it. That's why I asked.
There you go.
I
Well,
guess so.
no,
You could say that.
there is so many. I, when I walked out, it's like I said, I'm going to keep my powder dry and save my best stuff for later. But I'll say this: the last 2 scenes alone made me want to fight people.
The scenes? Are you talking about the end credit scene?
Both of them.
What do you mean, both of them? There was only one end credit scene.
No, there's more than one, but the ending of the movie,
Okay.
made me want to fight people. They did something, and
Uh,
I knew that this was going to happen. Like I said, I was spoiled before this came out, and I was still, how could this happen? Like you give Ben Affleck 5 minutes in the movie, and this guy gets screen time? Are you kidding me?
hold on.
I,
I think Ben Affleck got a pretty good amount of time. He had a
no.
badass part of the scene. I think he did a great job.
Did you
I mean,
did
but
you actually look at his costume?
okay.
It was horrible. Go back and look at that mask. Go back on Twitter. There's pictures everywhere you can see. He has his mask has a pug nose. It's almost flat. This thing is horrible.
Oh my God, you're that anal? You're
This is what
that?
Casey, I review movies. I pay attention to detail. Costume in a superhero movie is one of the top important things. This is what you do.
Yeah, don't forget he is a purist. Don't get him wrong on that one. Come on.
You know, when you're going to a superhero film, what matters? The plot, what the
Yes.
characters look like, how accurate they are. Just amongst the things that matter, the costumes matter here, especially to a comic fan. This is what I'm saying. You're a casual fan for these things. If this movie didn't have Michael Keaton, I'd be willing to bet you wouldn't go see it. Am I right?
I believe
I
it.
forgive you that. Yes, I wouldn't. Well,
Well,
but then
that's my
again,
whole point right there.
let's replace. Let's say you take out Mike Keaton as Batman.
Okay.
And they put Ben Affleck the whole thing. I'd probably go watch it. I probably wouldn't watch it day one or day two.
How
But
many other superhero movies do you go to?
a lot.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is there were
Oh,
good things. There was a short list of good things in this film, and like I said,
Have a good night,
are you
Frank.
serious?
huh?
Are you fucking serious? A short list of good things? I think.
Yes, short list, short, small. I would argue, or I would say, less than 5 good things about this film. Less than 5. Like I said, come Tuesday, if you saw me tear apart Halloween Ends, something similar is coming. So make sure you're subscribed and you tune in.
Oh,
This movie's getting cremated, as it so.
Oh, I
justly
can't wait.
deserves.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yes,
did you hear the rating I gave then?
I did not. No,
9 out of 10.
you're smoking crack.
No, I think it was great. I had a
Well, I'm
blast.
glad. Hey, I'm glad you liked it, but you have the right to be wrong. That's all I'll say. So it's all good.
I think you being too anal, like the guy's costume not being perfect.
No. You're not understanding. Okay, what would a let's say Michael Keaton came out and the logo on the suit was wrong? Would you not think that was a little odd?
Yes.
Well, hold on. In the original '89 Batman, the logo was wrong. So
Right.
they kept it with the same one. So I'm
But AJ was actually something he said a few minutes ago was actually very on point. I am
What
a
was that?
purist.
Oh, yeah.
Something you had said about 15 minutes ago or something, whatever.
Yes, Tex is a movie
I'm a
purist.
not just not movie purist, but when it comes to comic book interpretations into any format, I like to see an accurate portrayal.
But isn't
So
that
I'm
the way
not
with the
asking
same
for
way
a
with
lot.
horror movies too, though?
Very much so. You know,
So that means
if
you're a
I'm
movie
watching,
purist then.
if I'm watching an Evil Dead film, I want Ash Williams to be presented as he should be, not this version. And when I see Ben Affleck Batman and the nose on the cow that he's wearing looks like it's his mask in this film looks like he bought it at Spirit Halloween and it's a couple sizes too big, and the nose was made out of cheap latex and it caves in on itself. It looks awful.
So I had a question for you, Tex.
Please.
How many different Batmans are in this Flash movie?
I'm not going to spoil yet. This is that's a spoiler.
You can give a number. It's not like I'm going to see this.
I don't even want to do that. I don't even.
Okay,
want to do that.
when we get off air, you can tell me because I'm not going to ever see this.
Off air. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But,
Okay.
For the viewing audience that may want to go see this, I don't want to. I mean, you have to be an idiot to not see the spoilers if you're on social media. At this point.
Really, YouTube alone.
But I mean, there are literal full 5-minute clips I saw on YouTube and Twitter of this movie before it came out, so they're out there. But
well, I mean, people ain't gonna take too long when I put my phone in my pocket and record the whole movie.
So that's where all those come from. That makes sense. I didn't know you. You know, these are all these alternate YouTube channels that you always vote on polls with back in the derail days. That makes sense.
Yep.
Holy
Well,
crap!
It's all coming to light
I,
now.
Wow,
I have not
learn
pieced
something every
everything
day.
together. I hadn't edited everything just yet, but
So hang on, are we going to get the Casey cut of Flash? Is that what we're going to get?
yes, you're gonna have to piece.
Could you imagine Casey dresses up like the Flash?
We're going to get the director's cut, the Ultimate Edition, and then the Casey Edition is what we're going to get.
The Casey cut. We're gonna call it the infamous Casey cut.
Yeah, we're going to get the Casey cut of Flash, and it's just all going to be Michael Keaton Batman, nobody else. That's the only person you see is Michael Keaton Batman. And like Casey will show all the Batman stuff, and then at the end of it, he'll voice over be like, "Oh yeah, the Flash is in there too. Bye," and then that'll be the end of it.
Well, honestly, it almost felt like a Batman movie, though.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was a Batman movie because Ezra Miller's a child grooming piece of crap that's so unlikable that they had to flood the movie with Batman in order to get people like you to go see it.
Who's Ezra
That's why.
Miller?
Ezra Miller, the Flash.
Flash.
He's the guy that plays the Flash.
No, but who is he in real life? I'm sorry, I don't keep up with all that crap.
He's one of these weirdo Hollywood people that I don't know if he's officially I don't know what he identifies as, but he walks around dressing like a woman.
So he's a faggot.
No, he's worse than that. He groomed a 12-year-old, gave her LSD. He has physically assaulted people, broke into their homes. This guy should be locked under the prison.
And why hasn't anybody shot him in the fucking head yet?
Because he's woke and he's liberal, so he apologized so everybody's okay. That's why.
Oh, so he's just a commie. Okay.
I don't even think the communists want this guy on their team. He's worse than them. Either way, this is like I said. Oh no, I'm just.
No, I want to listen to what Tex is talking about. Tell me more, because I don't know anything about this guy.
No, continue, because I got to do one quick thing.
Oh, Casey got to go to the bathroom. Go ahead, Tex.
No. I think I know why people ain't coming in, so.
All I know is like I said, Tuesday, it won't be righteous anger because Halloween Ends was. I love Michael Myers and the Halloween Story, and God, that movie needed to be torn apart. But I will say, Flash will be getting its just due for what that movie is. It's a travesty.
Well, I really enjoyed it, and I think they nailed the multiverse. Let's say that.
Yeah, if it was on a PlayStation 2 game.
Oh, what's wrong with the PS2 game? Casey.
The thing is, I'm like, okay, you know what? I know people are anal about, how clarity everything is, or the CGI stuff. Fine, yes, but maybe I had rose-tinted glasses because
I think you had
rose-tinted. Mark.
I think you had rose-tinted glasses and a few shots of Jim Beam before you went into that movie tonight. But who knows?
But can I say that maybe you're a little biased because the guy behind Flash?
No, that's not the only reason. There was even taking if they presented the movie as it was, except removing Ezra Miller and having somebody else play that role, I would still have just as much problem with this movie.
Really?
As yes, 100%.
But I thought. See, when you told me that you had a problem, I thought you just said the ending credit scene. I was like,
No, there's, like I said, I saw this yesterday when I had the afternoon off, and since I've tried to kind of compile my thoughts, I guess, to present them in a more professional manner. But you know, th- for the DCEU to end this way to me is a travesty, and especially with the way this movie ends, somebody needs to be thrown into a wall.
Well, I think I got my answer about joining. Frank just said no.
What's up, Frank? Hope you're doing well, bud. Well, I can't wait to argue with you about this movie on Tuesday. That's going to be fun. So,
Well, no,
I guess
I
you're
mean,
on your own again, Casey.
I don't know. I don't know if Frank liked it or not, but you know, I assume there will be some kind of arguments because that's always fun. So, you know,
I probably will continue to try to con my way onto this because I feel the movie
You're gonna
was
use
great.
your Jewies ways.
Well, I mean, I kind of did. I helped my friend Scott save a few bucks for his movie ticket because I told him it was like use your senior discount. So
I'll say this. I'll say this. A couple positive things that I, I, I've been a fan of Andy Muschietti, the guy that directed this film, since he did the It movies in 2016. He did It. He did Mama, which is another horror film. Both quality films. It Chapter 2 wasn't the greatest, but It Chapter 1 was really, really good. I liked his version of It Chapter 1 more than the original TV miniseries. But I like what he did with the Batman characters, and especially since it's already been confirmed that Andy Muschietti will be directing Batman Brave and the Bold here in a couple years. I am looking forward to his version of Batman, his own new version. I'm looking forward to that. I do think
there's going to be a new character, like a new actor behind Batman.
Yes, this movie, I highly suspect nobody you saw in this movie you'll ever see in another DC role ever again, including Ezra Miller. I think we're done with him.
You think
because
this ends? This is end game, pretty much.
Yes, this is the end game. Like I said, this is the end to the DCEU. This is the end of it, and
I kind of agree with that because
Where do you think they'll go from there?
You have to agree to that because James Gunn came out in January and said they're rebooting it all.
Okay.
This is the last stop for these characters.
I mean, they kind of needed to do it because, I mean, out of the DC movies in recent years, it was a good minus the Snyder cut of Justice. Yeah.
I'll say this. Like I said, for anybody who knows the Flashpoint Paradox comic book that this movie was based off of very loosely, I would bet that you don't see anybody who's in these roles ever again, especially with the way a couple of them get handled. Don't put too much, like, if one of these people is your favorite version of this character, it might be the only time or the last time that you see them. But like I said, I won't spoil anything for the ones who haven't seen because I don't want to ruin somebody else's time and fun. But this is going to be I think The Flash is going to be one of those movies that divides a fan base even more than fan bases are already divided. Because I think you're going to have a lot of people that are going to say, like myself, this movie's garbage. You're going to have a lot that are only going to see Michael Keaton. And then you're going to have just the casual moviegoer that, oh, it's a superhero movie. That they're like the casual fan. They're the whatever. They're the ones that only go to the movies because their kids want to go or something. But I
Oh,
don't ever need to see this movie again.
I actually, you know what's funny? You said that. I told my buddy Scott. Go ahead and say it because he already said it too. My friend Scott.
The homeless guy.
Oh no, you mean homeless Jim?
Almost Jim.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, no, that's homeless Jim that you pick up behind the 7-Eleven and he tosses your salad after the movies, right? Isn't that what y'all do?
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
supposedly Casey said that he got head from him in his house just earlier.
Hey, don't ask, don't tell. I don't need to know what they do behind the 7-Eleven.
That's what he
Whatever
was
they
saying.
whatever they do in that dumpster is their business between them and God. He'll deal with them. So it's none of my concern.
But
So,
I,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely went to watch this because of Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be. Why do you think Michael Keaton was plastered all over every trailer? Because Ezra Miller is a child grooming piece of crap. Michael Keaton is nostalgia bait. Everybody loves. He was my Batman as a child. La da 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 da. That's why.
And I'm one of those because
Right.
I mean I was not a big fan of Batman Returns, but it's definitely a lot better than Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. And
I
because
like
Batman
Batman.
and
I
Robin
like
is
Batman Returns more than I do '89. When you go back, if you look at the history of Batman '89, in when they were making that in '88, there was a writer's strike, and
mm,
it happened to hit right as they were filming that movie. And when you go back and actually watch Batman '89, the plot falls apart toward the end because of the writer's strike. They couldn't get a writer on hand to fix it. They just had to cobble a couple scripts together to make it work. And I just don't think is Batman '89 nostalgic? Did it cause Batmania, as it was referred to in the late '80s, early '90s? Yes, but it's not as good as a lot of people think. Is it nostalgic?
Not to
Of
mention
course.
Tex. Not to mention Tex that a lot of people there was a controversy about. A lot of people, a lot of fans had a backlash against Michael Keaton because they known him
Oh
as
yeah,
Beetlejuice and Mr.
Mr.
Mom
Mom. Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that, and they didn't want him to
Well,
see him
oh
as that.
well, you
yeah.
can't argue. You can't argue. Well, like I said, it was literally called Batmania in the summer of '89. I mean, it was because of Batman '89 that VHS tapes were sold. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that was one of the first VHS tapes that sold like everywhere.
yep.
Till then, they
Oh
just
yeah.
sold to like VHS stores and stuff. But
Wasn't it like one of the first cheapest tapes?
yes,
Because
that's
1999.
why. That's why, because it was one of the first bigger hits that was affordable. Because I mean, prior to that, it was over $100 at that point to buy a VHS tape. So
oh
I
yeah.
mean, it was it was a whole thing. But I, I gun to my head, you show me '89 and Returns, I'm gonna put on Returns because it's more fun to watch that movie. But
Yeah, Returns is a Tim Burton film, a straight
they're
up
both
Tim Burton film.
they're both
No,
Tim
no,
Burton
no,
films.
no. I know that, but like I was watching interviews and all that because I was more curious about the controversy behind Returns, and they were saying that it's a more of a feel like a Tim Burton movie film for
Yes,
Returns than it
because
is '89 is.
well, yeah, because after Tim Burton did '89, he didn't want to come back to Batman. He wanted to move
Right.
on to something else. But Warner Brothers was like, "Holy crap, we just made more money than we ever have. We'll do whatever it takes to get this guy back." So they pretty much gave Tim Burton carte blanche to do anything that he saw fit. That's why you got a Penguin that didn't even really. It's not even Penguin. It's never been a version of Penguin. There's never been a fish boy that was flushed down to the sewers. Penguin was always a rich kid that wore a top hat, but that's whatever.
Hold on.
But
What about the guy who was in the Batman series? The one was Adam West. Was
yes,
he?
That's the real version of Penguin. The version of Penguin that you got in Batman Returns was completely of Tim Burton's creation. This is what I'm saying. If it
Uh,
makes any sense.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I can see what you're talking about. Like, I mean, I hadn't seen the Adam West shows and movie in a long ass time, and now think about it. Yeah, you could see him. He's not like you said. He's not like a penguin boy. He's rich.
No,
He just happens
Penguin
to have a long ass
Penguin
nose.
has Penguin has always been a rich kid that more times than not is friends with Bruce Wayne. Their parents knew each other in Gotham. He's not a mutated little penguin dude with flippers on his hands and he eats raw fish. Whenever Tim Burton saw the word penguin, he literally took it as literal as possible. So this is a yeah. It was definitely a his own design. And if you want to go back and look at the Penguin action figures of the
Mhm.
Batman Returns movie, they used the superpower version of Penguin in the top hat and the suit because the Danny DeVito Penguin parents weren't buying or would not buy that action figure for their children because he wants to give Catwoman the flipper trick, if you know what I'm saying, and he bites people's noses off. So you know, it is what it is. But no, it's. I mean, The Flash. It's not a good film.
I say it is. I think it was
I'll put it
great.
to you this way: if you like Phase 4 Marvel, you'll like this movie. If you don't like Phase 4 Marvel, you're probably not going to be as big of a fan of it.
Oh, all right. I'm trying to think. What's in Phase 4 then?
All the recent Marvel movies, the newest
Right.
Thor, Black Panther 2, She-Hulk.
So the woke
Uh,
shit.
Okay.
I'm not.
I
I'm
mean,
not necessarily speaking as woke because I don't really take this.
I don't.
The Flash wasn't as woke as that Disney product. I'm saying tone of film is very similar to a Phase 4 Marvel film. Is what I'm saying.
I think it was better than those Phase 4 film. Like I was not
Uh,
a fan of Black Panther 2. She Hulk, it was okay. Um, I think Thor, Love and Thunder was not that bad, but was it great? No. I do feel
e-
like this
Even
phase.
Chris Helmsworth himself came out and said Thor 4 was garbage. I mean, for the star of the movie to come out and say it, that should tell you something. But I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we we all have our own individual taste, and I mean that's what makes us great. But I,
You're just an anal piece of shit. That's what it is.
there you go. I'm just an anal piece of shit. I mean, Casey called me on it. You know, it is what it is.
No,
I
but
just
I
you
have
know.
to give you credit. There's stuff like even my buddy Scott pointed out that I did not know. So I I guess I'm definitely not as savvy
AJ.
as Tex is in the comic books. I mean,
Well,
I'm
it's
more.
not even just comic books. I mean, AJ will know what I'm talking about here when I say this, but I come from the Joe Bob Briggs School of Movie Reviewing. I study
Yes.
this stuff. I break it down. I look
Yeah.
into it. I look into who made what influences came from where. I've been doing this stuff for years, decades. I've been doing this stuff.
Can
Whenever
I
I watch a,
relate this to Casey? Pretty much. Can I
please
tell
go ahead.
Casey?
Please go
Casey,
ahead.
pretty much who we're talking to right now on the screen, it might be our buddy Tex, but Tex is Joe Bob Briggs Jr.
Yes,
He
it's
knows
a
everything
For real?
about movies. Yes.
it's a I love the movie world. It's one of my favorite things to go do, whether it's a drive-in, a movie theater itself, whatever it is. I've always loved going to the movies. And as passionate as you are about your video games,
Mhm.
that's where my movies are. Why do you think I have an encyclopedia level like knowledge with this horror bullshit? Where else
That's
would I have gotten that from? You know what I mean?
You know what I don't get is about you though, Tex, is that did you ever work at like a family video or a blockbuster? That's probably the ultimate dream that you wish you had
I
before
never
they
got
went
the
down.
opportunity to. I never got the
That's what I was gonna
opportunity to
say.
work in a video store. I would have. I always wanted to, and there was a couple summers like my sophomore and junior year where I could have, but I was
Right.
hauling hay and doing cow stuff and whatever, making money other ways.
Being a cowboy.
I'm just doing Texas things. It's way of life. But hell, I was making more money hay hauling than I was anything else. So that's what I did. But
Well, our
you know,
buddy Drew, I know he told us that he used to work in a Hollywood video. So,
I worked at
that's
family
cool.
video.
well,
I loved Hollywood Video. We had one local, and like a couple years before it closed, and I'm sure there were other movie stores that did this, but you could pay like it was like $30 a month or something, $30 a month, whatever, and it was basically unlimited rentals, new, old, it didn't matter. You could rent like two to three at a time, huh?
in Portland?
Yeah.
What?
He
Go.
said in porno. And I said, yeah.
Who rented? No, I never rented pornos.
No,
I
No,
Casey's
I
talking
mean, would
about it.
that be part of the deal, though, that you could
Yeah.
rent?
I
Yeah.
don't. My the, there was only one video store that had a porno section, and it was like a family owned business. It wasn't a corporate chain. My
Uh,
blockbusters and Hollywood videos didn't have the adult sections.
Casey,
So,
from speaking from me working at a family video,
uh,
yes, we had a adult section back there, and
uh,
yes, you could rent two or three at a time.
uh,
Yes.
could you preview them before renting them?
No,
Like
are you fucking kidding me? No, you can't go back there and jerk off and fucking.
Casey
No.
wants to take them
hold
to
on,
the
I
back.
did not say that. I said
Yes, you
preview.
did. You said pre-watch, preview them. Yes, you did. What do you think
No,
previewing a porno is? It means
Casey
whipping
would be
out your
the
shit and jacking it. No.
Casey would be the guy that walks down the aisle of the adult section with his hand in his gray sweatpants, tugging on his tiny little pecker, hoping he could come before he left the store. That's what Casey
Casey
would
is
do.
the Pee Wee Herman of the group.
Casey would try to jerk off to the pictures on the cover so he didn't have to pay the $2 to rent the videotape.
Bam! There you go, right there, perfect.
But
I
yeah,
think I only walked behind the curtain before, just
hang
to
on.
Yes.
see
I'll be right
what.
back. I gotta
Oh,
I gotta make me a drink if I'm gonna deal with you.
oh,
Higgins.
yeah.
I'll grab
Okay, we'll see in a minute. Yes, Casey, I have returned videos, adult movies, back to the back room. Yes, and I have seen couples when I go and put those movies back that will sit there and look at these movies, these adult movies, and pick them out. And I have seen like 17-year-olds try to rent them, and I say, nope, you can't rent them. Take it right from them and put it right back on the shelf. Yes, I worked at Family Video for
What
2 years before they
are
went
these
out of
DVDs?
business.
Are
Yes,
these
these are
DVDs?
DVDs.
Okay,
DVDs and Blu-rays. Gotta remember, this
so
is just before the pandemic happened when I
no
worked at Family Video. Yeah, I worked at Family Video in 2018 and 2019. The just like March of 2020 was when they completely went out of business. That's when I, went to my delivery job that I do now.
oh, Mr. Pico. So that's brilliant right there.
What's up?
Casey finished during the trailer. He saw coming attractions, and he just jerked off.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Casey does. Casey's that type of heathen that he would fucking like Tex said, he would be the one with the trench coat walking into the adult section with the fucking trench coat and the fucking fedora on, walking around looking all suspicious, and the video rental workers are looking, staring at him deep, like, what is this fucking weirdo doing? and fucking all of a sudden he's back there for like 10, 20 minutes, and we have to walk back there, and Casey with his little Jewish wieners over there whacking in the corner. It's like, boy, what the hell are you doing back there? Ah, and
Oh,
he
I
runs
mean,
away real quick.
what's what's wrong wearing a trench coat, a raincoat, or whatever, and a fedora when it's not raining out there? I mean, maybe I like wearing that. I mean, I only wear
Maybe
it
you
when
like
I
being a
go.
creepy, weird fuck, huh?
But I
And you
mean,
know what's funny is
honestly,
it doesn't shock me, Casey, because I can see you doing that too. Casey owns late charges on gay porn. Yeah, I believe that.
aw. Well, I did tell this story before. I don't know if you heard this before, but
What?
see, there was a buddy of mine. I went to intermediate high school and up through high school and out of school,
Okay.
and I had a DVD and VHS player, but my DVD burned. You can burn or record on there.
Right.
So we
It was a
worked out
DVD
a deal.
recorder.
Yeah, I
Right.
worked out a deal that I would make certain copies of certain wrestling events for uh for a certain company and for his porno collection. And when I went to collect, he had like a shelf of pornos. So when I had like 2 grocery bags of porno, I had enough.
Hang on,
And I was
wait.
like,
Hang on.
Oh, let him finish the story, Tex. You gotta hear
Okay, go
this.
ahead.
Go ahead,
so
Casey.
when I was, and this is when, God, this is at my old house. So when I was trying to bring this in the house, like how am I gonna bring this in? So it was late
Wait,
at
hold on,
night.
time out. Hold on, Casey. Was this before or after your wife passed away? Oh no, wait. You
Oh,
said
this
this is
is
high
before.
school. You said okay.
No,
You said this is high school. Okay. You so
no,
you're
this is a
with
high
your
school
mom and dad,
buddy.
right?
This is a high school
Okay.
buddy.
Right.
But this is before I met my wife.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and these are VHS tapes, by the
So
way.
those things are fucking heavy.
Yeah. So I'm
I
bringing
believe it.
late at night. I would bring the 2 grocery bags of paper bags full of porno tapes that I
See,
eventually hid them into a luggage that I hid it under my uh closet, and I had to sift through all the bad ones he had. It's just awful. And to
Let
the
me
point
ask
of,
you: were the tapes sticky?
I should
probably.
have probably been more careful.
Probably.
Casey probably licked them and probably thought they were fucking tasty or something. Hey, that
No,
Yeah.
looks like some type of fucking cream.
no. I bet Casey thought the tape was for watching and the case was for shooting his load into and closing it up. That's what he did with it. He
Oh,
thought it. He thought the old clamshell was like a cum receptacle for when
Oh
oh.
you're
my god!
jerking it, right?
Well,
And I mean, it's. I mean, when you do that, it's got to go somewhere, right? So it only makes sense to him, anyways.
well,
Go ahead, Casey. Finish the
I
story.
had. So when I'm sifting through some of the good ones and bad ones, one of the bad ones is like demonic porn. I'm like, you
Ooh,
have like,
now you have my attention.
Now you're talking Texas level here.
Now you go. Now I'll pay
Go ahead.
attention to what you say.
Go ahead, Casey.
and I'm talking like women, like the devil's fucking women, like
Hey,
that.
don't start kink shaming now. That's not nice. Don't do that. Dude. So
And like I couldn't believe that though, but uh there's some good ones, but oh god, he was a sick freak. Some of the shit
So yeah, you took his porno though.
Casey, those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, my friend. We all know you ain't exactly you know
No saint, no angel.
right. Right.
Okay, this is coming from a guy that used to say when he saw the hot chick, he would say, "I would eat the corn out of her shit."
Right.
So
Well, that's a very
yeah,
common phrase. I mean, stuff like
no,
that. Oh, I'd drink her bath water, or I've also heard and said I would eat a mile of her shit to see where it came from. I've said that one too. So
Well, Casey's face is priceless. That's great.
oh God,
Casey's just not used to guy talk when you're on the job. You just say the most heinous stuff to each other, trying to make each other laugh. It's kind of how it works. So
but I always loved telling that story because uh, it was just like he had no shame. You know how I
Sounds
love to.
like you.
No, well, yeah. Well, the thing is, this guy had no shame to a whole new level.
so
Unlike me,
Casey
where
aspired to be him, basically. AJ, this is what
That's
he
his
said.
idol.
Right? Yeah.
Go ahead,
well,
Casey. Finish your story.
Oh, I
so
just spilled my drink.
unlike
Crap. Son of a-
me, where I hid my porn from my parents, this guy displays it like my video games. Like he had no shame, and he would just display it on his shelf. Like he was. So I was like,
Well,
oh my god.
Casey, I have one question. Now, you would probably know this better than anybody here. Is grocery bags the measurement of porno? Like you said earlier, I had two grocery bags of porno. Is
Paper
that like
bags at that.
Paper
is it
bag.
is it like oh, I have 2 pounds of crawfish here, or I have you know three cords of wood? Is grocery bag the measuring stick for pornography? Is that what this is?
That's just what I had to. Like
Okay.
when I was lugging out of his house, I think he had a couple of grocery bags, and he still had more to go. I was like, dude, like that's enough. I can't bring in any more than this. I think I only took like half his collection, so I was I like
Well,
I can't hide all this.
okay.
So
Well, y'all grew up around the same time I did. I mean, we're all close to the same age.
Right.
Some
yeah,
differences, but did did y'all ever just go walking in the woods and you'd find a porno magazine laying on the ground?
I have. To be honest with you, Tex, I have. I've seen that shit. Yes.
I can't tell
no,
you how many times whenever I was a kid, we'd go walking in the sticks somewhere, and there's just a random porno magazine laying there. Like, who left this thing? Like,
Yeah, who
there was
does
a
that
whole
kind of shit?
hold on.
right.
So what? You're in the woods whacking it off with the porn?
No.
No,
No.
no, you're like hanging out with your buddies, and you're going out to shoot squirrels or
Yeah.
do whatever you do. You know what I
I would
mean? And
walk home from school and that would I'd
right,
find one.
there'd be a porno magazine laying on the ground somewhere. It's like who keeps buying porn and leaving it? They're wasting money. It was just one of those things.
Well, I have scavenged through my attic at the old house and stumbled across my dad's porno mags.
Oh,
And
we all did that. I found my old man's stash. Whenever I got to be a certain age, my old man gave me his stash. That's just the way it worked.
Speaking of stashes, I found his porno stash and his weed stash. So fuck, I was having a good time. I was smoking weed and looking at the porn. And I'm
Yeah.
talking 70s porn. So
My old
fuck.
man, well, them gals from the 70s needed a haircut, not on top of
Yeah.
their head, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
But no, it was just so weird. Like I remember one day we were out walking and we found this old clubhouse that somebody like half built. It was probably kids our age that did it, and there was just this raggedy old magazines that looked like they'd been out there for a year and a half or whatever. And it's just there was pornography scattered all throughout the great state of Texas in the middle of nowhere, just hanging out like it was just here's where it lives now. I didn't know if that was an everywhere thing or not. I didn't know.
well, welcome to the show is Steve Callen.
Hey,
What's
What's
up?
going on, Steve?
Hey, everybody.
Do you have a porno story you love to share with us?
No.
Casey, since you asked that question so creepily, we're going to need you to do a hand check for the next 5 minutes.
Keep your
because
hands up, boy.
You're getting a
Hands
little. You said that was
If
a
you're
little.
sitting there whacking it to us, you're a fucking weird fuck. Can you imagine Casey literally is whacking it to us? He's like, "Oh, these boys, fucking weirdo."
So, Steve Callen, how many grocery bags of pornography do you own? 3, 4, 12?
I just use my phone and the internet sites.
Well, I mean,
no. Well, I mean,
I'm not today,
pre-internet.
but previously, yes, pre-internet days.
None.
Wow, so so either you're a liar or you're a good boy. You're one of those two
I'm
things.
lying. I
Good for you.
really just.
I think he's a good boy. I don't think he did that kind of stuff. I mean, he is Canadian after all. I mean,
No, I like porn, but I never actually own DVDs. To be honest, I just
Well,
like
okay.
to watch it on the internet. To be honest,
How are you in your 20s, 30s? What are you?
33.
You're how old?
33.
he's in our
Okay.
age range.
Okay, so I mean, I was thinking maybe you're a little bit younger and maybe you weren't in the DVD, VHS era, whatever.
No, I know that, but no, I never really got. No.
I can remember my old man had the videotape of Debbie Does Dallas, and I watched that.
Welcome to Casey After Dark, folks.
How old was I when I saw Debbie Does Dallas? I can't remember. I was like 5 or 6. I was young. But I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm interested. It was one of those things.
What is that movie? I'm just curious. 'Cause I've never seen it.
It's a very famous pornography film, is what it was.
Can you find this on X videos or something?
It's all over. I believe there's a sequel to Debbie Does Dallas. I think there's Debbie Does Dallas 2 or something. I can't remember. But
Debbie
yeah,
Does Dallas again.
right. This is it's kind of like, what's the other one? Deep Throat, I think is the name of it. It's one of the more famous titles of that era. Debbie Does Dallas was a meme before a meme was a thing. If that makes any sense. So.
Really?
I tell you one of the things before I ever found my dad's porno mags is when we had cable for the longest time. So,
oh no,
watch HBO. So HBO would have, a lot of times I'll sit through a horrible ass movie just to pray to God.
Just to see some softcore. Yeah, I did that
Well,
too.
just even to just see some tits. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
I can agree with Casey there because here in Canada we had a channel called Global, and after ECW we would have this soft porn TV show after ECW come on the TV, so I can see where he's going. The soft porn.
Well, why don't you guys just watch the fucking Girls Gone Wild back in the fucking 90s and early 2000s?
What was that show that Jeannie McCarthy had? Jeannie McCarthy, it was a Love Line, or what was that show?
Yeah.
Oh, Singled Out, wasn't it?
Yeah, Singled Out.
Yeah, Jenny McCarthy. MTV, Singled Out.
It was on, but no, that wasn't on Playboy Channel, was it? The one
that was on MTV.
Yeah.
No, MTV.
The one I'm talking about was on Playboy Channel. When we first got cable, let's see. Yeah, we had cable before we got satellite. When we first got cable, my mom and dad, when they signed up for it, I guess they didn't know what all channels were included, right? So I'm staying up late. It was on a Saturday night because I had watched Monster Vision, Joe Bob's show, and I just wasn't tired. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. And I'm flipping through, and I see Jeannie McCarthy get naked on that Playboy channel, and holy crap, my hands.
Donnie Wahlberg is a lucky man.
I'm telling you what, but Jeannie McCarthy was one of those. She will be forever in my gratitude for the services that she rendered for me. So, you know,
So Casey,
yeah.
I'm curious. You don't live by like any nightclubs in buttfuck Oklahoma, right?
Around here.
Okay, see, because where I used to go night clubbing, there was a place called Tiki Bob's, and
Mm.
it's not there anymore. And they used to have Girls Gone Wild, the actual Girls Gone Wild there. That they
Yeah.
would cut. Yeah, I seen some fun shit in my time. Let me tell you, my early teens, late teens, early 20s. Yeah, that was like the end of Girls Gone Wild. But I seen the buses. I seen the girls get on the buses and all that shit and go and flash their shit. Yeah, I seen it.
Well,
Dude, I miss the days of
the reason
working in the
I
strip
brought
club. That's what I miss doing. I love being a bouncer in the titty bars. It was great.
No, these are just regular clubs. Like it would be like a Friday, Saturday night.
well, the reason why I brought up HBO, not only pray to God to see some tits, they would every once in a while they'll have real sex on there,
Oh
and
yeah, I remember that show. Oh yeah.
so I would always have the TV remote. It'd be late at night, and I'd be like, it's the weekend, and it's like, oh, real sex is on. And anytime I hear even like my parents come that door open, I automatically hit the previous
Or just hit
channel
the
button.
mute button and then
No,
then change it.
Well,
no, you just flip just hit previous, and it'll take you right to another channel. It's
Okay,
like, oh,
who here remembers the scrambled channels that you would fucking go and
oh yeah.
scumble? It was channel 99, and you would see like try to make out a tit. You're like, oh, there's a nipple.
Yeah, it's like really pixelated. Yeah, yeah, I know.
There
Yeah,
were many a day where I rubbed one out to what I thought was a boob. It could have been an elbow or a foot.
Oh yeah, same here, dude. I was like 10 years old when that shit happened. Yeah, I
But
was like, ooh.
it's so pixelated. You're trying to picture out what the pixelation is, and you're like, is that a tip?
oh my.
And then you really don't know if it is or not.
now,
Big,
Case. Oh, go ahead, Case.
Big T says he remembers the real sex episode where the people were having sex, but their minds like telepathed it.
Oh,
That's weird.
That almost sounds
Well-
like Demolition Man, where they were wearing the headset, and that was considered sex. When
well,
You
Casey, I
would-
was going to ask you while you were doing watching the real sex and hitting the previous channel button, were you smart enough as a kid to put on like the cartoon channel or something that you normally would watch, right?
Oh,
type
definitely.
in.
definitely, it's not like like you flip it and it's like C-SPAN.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because let's say that happened and your mom walked in or whatever, right? And you're watching news from England or God knows whatever, some PBS Drive special. You're not going to sit there and watch that. So you flip it to a Cartoon Network or a Nickelodeon, whatever you may happen to be watching. But that was always the trick that make sure look. I mean, obviously they knew what you were doing. At least try.
Oh, you know what? No one.
How about this? How about this one, Casey? How about Friday nights, 2:00 in the morning? I think it was Channel 99 before it was scrambled. They would have Naked News. Who remembers that show? That was a good show, let me tell you.
I heard about it, but
oh, dude, if you didn't live it, come on.
I don't think I ever saw no Naked News before.
Really? You've never seen Naked News? Wow.
I've seen it now that I have the internet, but like not back in the day. No.
Oh, dude, that was like my first time ever seeing a tit on screen. I'm like, whoa, hold on. These chicks are literally taking off their clothes, doing the weather. I gotta spank my monkey to this thing. Like, come on.
No, I mean it's much tamer than what we're talking about. But do y'all remember whenever the E channel would have a Howard Stern show?
Yeah, Howard
Yeah.
Stern and then
Yeah.
They had
Brooke Byrne.
they
Yeah.
had it was so awkward. I forget how old I was, but it was the Howard Stern episode where he would, and he may have done this more than once. He probably did. But he brought the chick in and he made her ride that vibrator that looks like a horse saddle, and basically it was like a competition of how many times can you orgasm in a minute or something. I don't remember what it was. And he put this chick on there, and they turned it on full blast, and she's moaning and doing her thing and whatever.
Private Parts when she hit when he literally
Oh,
had her on the
that's
fucking
right.
Private Parts when he had the
Yeah,
chick
well-
on the fucking subwoofer.
Well, no, this wasn't Private Parts. This may have been a recreation of that. I don't really know, but I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. What is going on here, right? And my mom's door opens because my parents were divorced already, and I hit the mute button. I'm like, oof, I'm safe, because she couldn't see the front of the TV from where her bedroom was. So she just saw light, reflecting off of me. And I'm like, don't come in here, don't come in here, don't come in here. I'm just thinking this in my head over and over and over again, right? And I waited. I went like a half second too quick. As her door was about to click shut, I hit unmute. And right as I hit unmute, this old gal just screams out in pleasure. And her door comes open. What do you want? What kind of filth's on my television? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I got my ass beat for that one, man. She took a spoon after me, boy. But it was something.
Young Tex, just picture that.
Yeah, young
Luckily-
Tex getting beaten by a wooden kitchen spoon that she had hung on the wall. Yeah.
It could have been worse. Could have been a switch.
I don't know.
And Nintendo Switch?
This spoon had holes in it. I'm pretty sure it was made for beating kids with, and it hurt like hell.
Oh, dude, my mom had a paddle. It's like it's made
Did it have
for
holes
it.
in it?
It's like where the rubber ball paddle deal.
Yeah.
When the
Oh, yeah.
rubber ball it falls off.
Yeah, like in Days
It
of
becomes
Confused.
the paddle to whoop your ass with.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
hated that goddamn thing. But
Did y'all ever get whoopings in school? I did.
No.
Oh, but I remember if I misbehaved with my parents, I get a belt to my fucking ass.
Oh, I got that.
Oh, yeah,
Hell,
same here.
Oh,
I
man.
don't remember the school, but yeah, I remember that fucking belt with wooden spoon to the ass. I remember that shit.
My old man had a piece of 4-foot water hose. He
Oh,
Damn, he wore your ass out with that thing.
Right?
It made you tough quick. I'll say that much.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll say one thing. My parents never caught me in that situation. But what was wild, they didn't catch me, but there's sometimes like I was horny, but I didn't want to do anything. So I'm on the couch with my laptop and had porno on, and I'm doing the deed.
Okay, Cartman.
And the wife catches me. I'm like,
What?
What?
Why wouldn't you just go bang her out?
What?
Yeah, why don't you go bang her out? What the hell are you doing watching porn on your laptop?
Yeah,
What the hell?
no, I mean,
Fuck, man.
Hold on. Were you at least watching Jewish porn?
Well, it's Jewish porn when they don't get naked. The guy just pulls his junk out of the hole in his pants. That's how you know.
that's right. It's a sheet.
It's Casey's thing.
But I don't think it's not normal. I think it's normal. Like, God forbid it.
What? Wait, what? Is normal what?
Like, just like sometimes, like you just like you're on laptop, you look at porn, and it's like, ooh. I don't know.
Oh, actually, I do know. If I was given the choice of whack off myself or go have sex with a human woman, I'm gonna take human woman. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, and it was
Yeah, that is true.
just sometimes I think she would be sleeping or
That's why
and
you
then
pull it
That's
out
when
and
you.
bang her. She
That's
won't
when you
know
oh
wake
until the
her.
morning.
That no. That's when you wake her up by sticking it in her mouth and be like, "Bitch, you're gonna suck this till I come." Now this
That's why you stick it in her. That's why you stick it in her while she's sleeping. And then when you start rocking back
flip
and
her,
forth, and she
flip
wakes
her
up, and then
over.
she just goes for it, or she beats your ass. Take your pick.
No, you flip her over, rip off her under britches, and be like, "All right, spread them. This is going down.
well I
One way
I
or
like
another."
I like to show you guys
His
there's
porn collection's coming out. Oh boy.
Yeah,
How
you know
many?
what? You're gonna
Hang
show
on, hang on. Before you show us, Casey, we're going to take bets on how many grocery bags you pull out. I'm going to say 10.
well, not just that. Is this a poor?
Wait, he has suitcases now. Don't forget, he
Okay.
converted them to suitcases.
Well,
oh
we're gonna make
no
sure too, man. Is YouTube gonna allow this, Casey?
see
I'd be willing to bet. Oh, go ahead, Casey.
this game was for the PS2 and the Xbox
Oh,
and
I think I know what it is. It's a porno game. Well, yep.
the guy game.
Oh,
And
that one.
one
I
of
thought you were
the,
talking about Lawsuit Larry.
no, this is actually has women
I remember that
no,
game.
that you do a bunch of trivia
Yeah,
and
Uh,
you play to see them
Here to
topless.
show us closer to that.
I
That
played
game.
that game before. I played
You
that
know
game.
what? Let me bring me completely up
I played the
first.
game before, Casey. I know what that game is.
I
And
wonder how many. Now,
Yeah, the
Casey,
guy game. Yeah, the guy.
Casey, did you buy that used?
moving on.
Moving on.
Well, I'm just thinking, how many filthy hands and substances have touched that case? Now you're not
Uh,
open,
He didn't even
but
disinfect it.
right? Like you didn't give it a Lysol wipe or a bleach wash
I
or
licked
nothing.
it.
no, but actually, the whole thing, yeah, it's a trivia game that you had. It's not only you have to get answers right. You have to guess if the dumb bimbos if they would get the answers right or wrong. So and you really it's best to have to get to choose between if they get it right or wrong. And I think you had to go through like a couple times. They would show it like, oh, they would have the censor version, like completely. Oh, I think you had to play twice to see them topless.
Oh, so
To
we have a
unlock.
request in the chat. Big T wants to know if you will review this game.
No, because I would be
That's
shut
his.
down.
That's his
But
game that he keeps for himself. It's his special time. Casey likes to do that. He likes to
but
light some
oh,
candles and turn the lights down, and he has
Listen to
some
Kenny
soft,
G while he's doing it.
right. He's got he's got some careless sister or whatever playing in the background. Just the whole thing. So,
well,
and Casey, your at is the longest name I've ever seen. At Casey is Raw Gaming and Wrestling. Holy crap!
All
I
right.
can imagine typing that every time.
Wait, mine. Really?
well, I think there's an option of just clicking the person's name. I think I don't do that,
I would
but
hope so because that's the longest handle I've. That's over the line ridiculous. But hey,
well,
That's too many
I stole the
characters.
idea from Drew though, where he had what is it, Gatekeeper, or is it Derailed News and
no,
Podcasts?
it was at Gatekeeper Drew, I believe it was.
I thought mine was a little bit long, but
But
Mine's easy.
the guy game was actually a banned game. I'm not going to explain why it's banned, but it's banned for a reason. And if you ever find out, no, that's not why I got it. It's because it's an expensive, rare game, and it's
I was
banned.
about to ask, how much does it go for?
That's a good question. I'll look that up right now on price charting.
Well, I'm talking about eBay because that's probably where your best bet is to find it is eBay. Because you ain't gonna find it at some used video game store.
No,
and if they do, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg.
In the chat, Michael, fake as fuck.
No,
Well-
price charting what they do. They averages eBay and Amazon prices. So
okay, I have a question for y'all, and I'll go to each of y'all with this. How old were you when you bought your first porno magazine? And I'm talking like going to the filling station, and they had like that rack behind the counter that had like the brown paper in front of it, right? How old were you when you finally got your first one?
What are you gonna start with?
AJ.
18, because that's the legal age.
Really? You waited?
Well, you said legally to buy it. You said legally to buy it. That's
no,
18.
Okay, I didn't mean legally. How old were you when you bought your first one?
When I bought, well, I actually paid some older guy to buy one for me when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Okay, so that's what I figured because I was around.
I mean, if you're talking about legally 18, because that's you have to be 18 to rent or buy porn. So I mean,
back in the day where we lived, there was only one store that sold beer because the whole town only had two stores where I lived. So they had one rack of porno magazines, and God knows how old they were. But I was about 12 or 13 years old, and one of my friends had gotten a job sweeping the floors in the store, and he had the ability to work the register. So I paid him $5 so I could buy that one of them porno magazines. And I remember I bought it, and like I bought a bunch of other random crap. I bought like a video game magazine, another one to just pretty much cover it, right?
yeah,
And I remember I rushed home and I hid that thing like it was made out of like pirate treasure gold. I'm like, nobody's gonna find this thing.
see, funny thing you say about that, Texas. When I had the older guy go and buy it, literally when he handed it to me, it was me and my buddies. We were all taking our turns looking at the magazine. And we were like, "Whoa, that's interesting." Flipping to the fucking centerfold, looking at the fucking,
Because I stole the centerfolds out of the Playboy. I believe it. Man, that
Casey went and bought that '97 Shawn Michaels one from Playgirl. I bet.
oh,
I'd be willing to bet that he got it like CGC graded, and it's like in it. He has it like slabbed. It's like in his
I believe it too.
Personal collection.
That's a 10 out of a 10.
I tell you what, it was. I miss pre-internet days. I got to be honest with you.
I did too.
It was life was so simpler, and there was so much fun.
Yeah.
I know everything's easier now, but at what cost? You know what I mean? But
That's true.
yeah, but
I agree.
the kids nowadays don't understand our pains we went through.
No, they
dude,
don't.
we used to jerk it to the Sears catalog with the old broads and their granny bras. I mean,
I'm not the only one. You did too. Holy shit!
we
Holy shit! Really?
we walked so they could run. That whole freight, Turner freight or whatever.
Yes.
These kids that I mean, they can see stuff that we didn't even know existed, but other than whatever. It's just it's crazy. I don't even understand it.
But I've never actually bought a porno mag because, like I said, I kept my dad's until I don't know what happened to them. And then when I was working at Sears, right outside of Sears, there was an FYE in the mall. So I would go in there and buy Girls Gone Wild DVDs. So
I
that was
remember I
pretty much
bought. I never actually bought a Girls Gone Wild DVD. I know I've seen them, but I never bought one. Now, what I did buy, do y'all remember the backyard wrestling DVDs that you could buy back in the day?
Yeah, with ICP in it. Yeah, I used
This
to
one
have
did-
both games.
No, this wasn't the game. This was a DVD. It was a movie.
Oh yeah. It's like Backyard Wrestling or JCW Volume
It was
whatever.
no. It was titled Backyard Wrestling. Like
Right.
there was other words. Either way, but the only reason I bought it was because it had Major Guns from WCW.
Yeah,
I forget her name.
it's her name's Tracy Banks or it's something like that. Yeah, Major
I don't
Guns.
know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Either
talking about.
way, Major Guns was the star of this DVD, right? And it like she does a couple wrestling things, but then the special feature is she gets naked in a hot tub with some of her girlfriends, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm buying this. So that was like,
baby.
right, like I'm like, I used to watch you on Nitro. Now I'm gonna wackadoo myself to you in a hot tub,
Dude, she has some nice tits too, man. Those nipples. God
Boy,
damn.
howdy
Like
she-
I know they're fake as fuck. Her titties are silicone, but god damn, those are nice.
Yeah, no, I'm very aware, Pico, that she did porno. Tylene Buck was her
Yeah,
name.
Tylene Buck, that's her name.
Tylene
Yeah.
Buck. Yeah, it took me a minute, but I got there.
I used to remember some of the porno actresses that was a big fan of, but and there's obviously like porno names, obviously, because I mean it'd be like something related to breasts, you know.
Well,
Oh, we got
Casey.
crazy.
Casey seems like one of those kind of guys that would go to like a porno convention to meet his favorite worker. Be like, oh, I've watched you so many times, Miss blah blah blah, and get her autograph on a sticky magazine. I could see Casey doing that.
Would he ride one of those segways? That's the real question, Casey. Would you ride a Segway into a porno convention?
Oh, hold
Yeah, but
on.
that's a lot of work. That's a lot of walking. You know, you don't do
Oh.
that.
Right.
Okay, I do a lot of walking at work. I mean,
But I bet you your cankles and your chubby
Well, see,
legs
that's the
probably
thing.
hurt
Why
afterwards
should
too, right?
Casey saves all his walking for work time. Other than that, he just crawls around on his belly like a snake. You know, that's
Or he asks somebody, "Can you roll me?"
right. You know, he just crawls into the wheelbarrow and he has somebody push him around or do what he needs to do.
Oh,
but you're right. I do slip. Like when I get home, I just slither across the flooring.
Well, see, that's how you know Casey's off work is his car will be in the driveway, and then there's articles of clothing from the car door all the way inside the house like a trail.
oh my God, Casey!
All the way into the video game room where he keeps a wrestling t-shirt and basketball shorts on standby. So by the time he gets naked in the video game room, he can put that WrestleMania shirt on or whatever, and he's good to go for podcast. You know.
Your poor
then when-
mother. I feel so bad for her.
And then when he does have to go back to work, he follows the same trail and picks up those work clothes to put them back on. It works out.
But oh gosh, like I remember. Oh gosh, I remember when getting the internet, and you're like you dial up porn. I mean dial up internet. So you you go to a website and it takes forever for the pictures show up.
Oh,
and I remember many nights of squeezing it off at the computer.
Wait, hold on. What'd you call it? Squeezing it off?
Oh, that sounded so vile the way that you said that.
Why don't you say you were peeling some chilies or whacking it in the tool shed or Something fucking like that. Squeezing one off.
What?
Hashtag that. Have that start trending on Twitter.
Yeah, someone said-
Squeezing it off. That is hilarious. That,
Get a picture of Casey and hashtag it on his face. Squeezing it out.
that is hilarious.
I don't think that's is outrageous. I mean, you know, people are like, I punished the one-eyed snake or something like that.
I mean,
Or,
spanking your monkey is one thing because we've all heard that from Beavis and Butthead. But
See, Casey, I think you could be rubbing one out. That's a turn of phrase.
oh yeah, but
squeezing it.
well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of times I'll say I'll have to get rid of the poison, or yeah, getting rid of.
the poison.
Now, is squeezing it off? Is that a Jewish term? Is this a Rabbi Casey term? Because we have a bunch of Caseyisms here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The book of Caseyisms.
Well, it's a shame that, I'm surprised that they.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was going to say what Big T says that I never once I ever heard a porn star say, "Yeah, baby, squeeze one on my chest."
Casey be like, okay.
Okay, give me 30 minutes. We're going to be here a while.
30 minutes? I thought you were going to say 2 seconds.
No, Casey's admitted it takes him a good minute to get his motor running. You know what I mean?
It depends. If I hadn't had sex in a while and the pussy feels good, I would be like a few pumps in. I'm done.
You said a few pumps, so that's what, 2 seconds.
Really, Casey? Really?
Oh, no,
It's American Pie all over again.
Really, Casey? I remember this past year at WrestleMania with this chick, and you guys were in the room, and you didn't make any advancements.
Oh, no.
No, stop. We're not even going. No.
Yeah, we're not going there. No.
Not allowed. No.
Sorry.
Hold on. By the way, I fixed that problem.
Okay.
We have.
Okay, texting Casey. I'm sorry.
No.
We don't talk that.
No, I'm not chastising you. I'm protecting you here. I'm trying to save you.
Yeah, save your. We're trying to save you here.
Just trust the process on
No,
this.
I answered. I do trust you. Shut up now.
See, I could imagine Casey is one of those guys that if he even thinks sex is a possibility, by the time she goes to remove her underwear, he's 3/4 of the way there. Like, just even the thought of that it's going to happen is enough to kickstart, what he needs to.
Casey is an incel. We have established this. He is an incel.
I have driven a couple hours for sex, and
why? I would never do that. I'd have her come here. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going there. You come here.
Yeah, why would
I've gone an hour and a half.
If they want
You know what's funny?
Girl, fuck that distance shit.
Funny story. When I was like 14, 15 years old, me and my girl were like a different. My ex at the time, we were like a year apart. She was 14, I was 15, and literally, she and her friend walked all the way from 2 or 3 cities away to where I was at, literally just to have sex. That's fucking. I've never had no girl do that ever before, and I've never drove to any girl that gets sex. That's what I'm kind of weird about that.
Well, okay. Well, see, there's a couple of different schools of theory here. Yes, it's more convenient for them to come to your house. I fully get that. But I'm of the school of I would rather go play on their home field so that way whenever I leave, I have somewhere where they're not there in case I don't want them there. You know
yeah,
what
but
I'm saying?
I didn't do that at my home field. I did that at fucking at my buddy's house.
Oh,
that-
no, I never did that to any of my friends. Hey, let me come hang out at your house so I can have
Yeah,
sex. I never
did
did that. I never did that. I wasn't that kind of guy.
No.
Now, the furthest I've ever gone was an hour and a half each way because this girl was as crazy as I was in every way possible, and I loved it. But I did not want her in my house. Like, I wanted to sexualize, but not live with. So I was more than happy to make the trip. It cost some money, gas and whatever. But
Just not being in a relationship with the woman.
oh no, we would have her and I would have been in one of those like 2020 specials where one of us kills the other and then turns the gun on ourselves. That's how that would have went down. But it would have been fun for a while. So it would have been like a Jody Arias situation, probably. But
okay.
it was fun. No, it was fun.
I mean, there was like when I first moved back here, I did travel like maybe an hour and a half or two to meet up with this woman, and we got into a really cheap ass hotel.
Oh, those are the best ones. I love cheap motels, man.
Was
They're
it a
the best
Motel
ones.
6? We'll leave the light on for you.
No. And what was sad is that it was having a really nasty storm at this time. The door couldn't lock. So the only way you could lock it is put the chain up. And then you can hear it going.
I miss those hotels that had the vibrating beds you could put in for a quarter. You remember those?
Oh yeah, I've been on one of those. Yep.
Those
But
were
ours
like
was $1 though. It was $1 for like 20 or 40 minutes.
I remember it was like there was like a quarter machine right by the headboard, and whenever I was a kid, I'm like, "Mom, Dad, what is that?" And my dad would kind of snicker, and my mom would roll her eyes, and then I got old enough to know what it was, and I'm like, "Ooh, okay, now I'm aware." So, yeah.
Well, I do have a sex story where I was in my old bed, my twin bed, and this is before moving to Pennsylvania, and me and this woman that we knew each other since intermediate high school or high school, and we're fucking in my room, and apparently it was banging a lot. My mom went across the hallway, knocked at the door. I was like, oh no. And then I went to the door. My mom was gone, and then something clicked in my brain. I had a hamper or a basket full of clothes, clean clothes. It's like, hey, we do a bunch of this real quick. I could say we were busy doing laundry, and so I was like, she's like, oh, that's what that noise was. Like, yeah.
Well, so did you ever learn the trick of wrapping the legs of the headboard with socks so whenever it bounced, it wouldn't make noise? And if you didn't have carpet on your floor, you had hardwood flooring, you put socks on the feet of the legs for your bed, so when it slides, it doesn't make a noise. You know what I mean?
No,
I had carpet on mine.
No, I did not do that.
Okay, how many people got caught by their parents having sex? There you go.
Oh, I did. I got caught multiple times.
Twice for me.
I got caught at least 2 or 3 times. One time was on my water bed. One time was in the living room in the middle of the day, which I was an idiot for doing it right there. And then the other one, I can't remember. It may have been in the barn. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I got caught a few times.
Yeah. Mine was bad. I was like 16 years old, and literally, me and my girl are having sex. My dad literally comes home from work, and he's hearing noises. He kicks the door in. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Shit.
She's naked. Yeah, she's naked because she's doing reverse cowgirl over here. Fucking, you know what I mean? And fucking, my dad kicks in. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like deer in headlights. Like, oh, fuck.
It's like, she's attacking me.
We're wrestling. Yeah, that's it. We're naked wrestling.
It was about a year ago. It was about a year ago. I was hanging out at my buddy's house, and there's probably 5, 6, 7 of us over there. And as the night got later on, you know, people kind of disappeared. You know, some left, whatever. Well, there's about 4 of us there still, and we're all around the fireplace. And I noticed a few people ain't here. I'm like, where's everybody? So I walk in, and I walk into his living room. Weren't nobody there. And I went to the kitchen. Bobby. And, you know, it's not his real name, but well. So I don't hear anything. So I'm like, well, maybe he's taking a shit or something. He's in his bedroom, right? Well, the door's not shut. Like, it's cracked maybe half an inch, so you can see light. I'm like, okay, maybe he poked his head in here to get something. So I just poked my head in there, and him and his old girl are tearing it up. I mean, the bed is shaking, whatever, and they don't see me. I mean, they're busy. They're focused. They're doing their thing. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to, you know, do whatever. And they're like, oh, it's fine. Just close the door. And I'm like, okay. And then like I go to close it. And before I close the door, I poke my head in. I'm like, I call next. And then I slam the door and I ran away. So,
I called next. Oh, that's funny.
yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a good laugh. We enjoyed it. So
I know.
They were good sports about it. So
one of my worst experiences. I text might have heard this one before. I want to do something special, and like this is once again, I had my twin bed that I mean, I wanted to do something different, so I was like, my parents was gone, so I was like, I wanted a bigger bed to do the action.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've heard this. Yeah, I've heard this.
Okay, question.
No.
How many people have broke their beds having sex?
Oh, I have. Oh, yeah.
Yep, guilty.
yeah, but this.
Go ahead, Casey. This is good. Go ahead,
because I knew it was coming up. Because it was me and this one woman, and we're both big people, and
like Casey likes them, big girls.
She wasn't.
She by the metric ton, by God, that's what he's into.
So,
no, those are by the ton.
So I wanted like I said, a bigger bed. So I was like, let's go on my parents' bed.
Oh my God!
And hold on to see, AJ, it gets bad.
Okay, go ahead.
We're starting to do it, and we broke my parents' bed while doing it.
Oh, dude!
Casey, no, Casey, tell him the real end of that story. After he broke his parents' bed, it turns out old girl he was actually with was his mom. The lights were off and he couldn't tell the difference, but it was so good that they both.
So she's a big heifer. That's a big heifer.
You know,
of course.
Casey was pounding out mom.
Well, that would make sense. Oh, Casey. Casey, is that? I know Oklahoma does a lot of incest, like hillbilly shit, but really? You're trying to procreate with your mom? What the fuck?
He weren't trying to procreate. He was just practicing, but you know.
So practice on mommy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
It's
he told me he used nature's condom, and then I said, Casey, what's nature's condom? And he said, the asshole. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's all good.
Casey.
No, the real thing was after we broke my mom's bed, we went to my
Wait, you said your mom and dad's bed.
yeah.
Okay.
So after we broke that, we went back to my room, and I was so distracted from breaking my parents' bed
Yeah,
that
because you're worried about getting your ass whooped.
oh yeah, and I started like I kind of lost my mojo, so I'm fingering her.
You went soft on her.
Yeah,
He
and
went full cooked spaghetti.
I'm fingering her, and I can feel like a wire in her. I was like, what the? Yes, I felt like a wire that was in her. It was like, what the fuck is that? And that turned me even further off. So I was like, and that was hands down the worst experience I ever had.
Did she have some kind of like IUD or something?
That's
Or
probably what it was.
yeah, that's not that.
Does she
big
have
of
a pussy troll? That's a real question. Yeah, anyone's seen Clerks 2, they know what I'm talking about.
Well, see, I don't think it was that. I think it was a cyborg that Casey was actually banging out, and he felt the wires on the inside.
Oh, are you saying she's one of those government
Well, yeah,
vehicles?
that's exactly where I mean, because your whole theory of how birds and animals are, spying devices, right?
And
Well,
bunnies.
how the government kept track of Casey was they had a girl pretend to like him and get close enough to do that. And Casey, this is how Casey actually came up with that theory about the birds and the whatever, because he felt that wire inside of her hoo-ha. So,
Yeah, I mean, you can't explain that, So
right. Well, I mean, this was the beginning of when Casey was a conspiracy truther. So I mean, this was his Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, David Icke moment where he woke up and was like, oh my God, we're being monitored here.
that's right.
Right. Oh.
Luckily, I was able to see what happened was the bed and the mattress. The spring, was it the box spring?
Box spring.
Went through the framing, so I was able to fix that before my parents got home. So I was like, and it was amazing. It didn't break again until long later.
I'm curious, Casey. Did you get the wire out of her snatch?
No, because I was I pretty much was in defeat because the
So you foot fucked her.
Well, all I can see this as is a reason of why you don't bang fat chicks, because they'll break your bed. This is why you leave fat girls alone, and they break stuff.
Casey, word of advice: do not bang fat, sweaty Betty again.
Right. If you can lift up her fupa and still not see her junk, it's too much.
Well, I mean, I hadn't broken anything like that since, because I mean my bed's been holding up just fine, and I've been.
But didn't you say prior to a certain person you did break your bed with?
Oh my God!
You told us that because she even said it.
Hang on a minute. How have we not given this to Casey? AJ, you remember the fat chick thriller from WCW?
That is Casey, yeah.
That's Casey.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How have we not? Wasn't it Mike?
Mike. He was ECW champion. Mike Knox.
Yeah.
Mike Knox.
Not Mike Knox. No, it wasn't Knox.
From ECW.
Mike Awesome. Yeah. He was the fat. That's Casey. Casey's the fat chick thriller. Casey is Raw, the fat chick thriller. That's your new gimmick right there.
Yeah, you're the fat chick thriller, Casey.
That's it. We just got Casey a new gimmick here. This is on the final Raw. Casey gets his new gimmick to go forward with. This is awesome. This is great.
This is it, Casey.
The final Raw. It's the final Nitro after.
No. This is what I'm saying. Raw and Nitro. I mean, obviously Nitro's gone after Wednesday, but on your last Raw as it is before revamp
Rebrand.
and rebrand and do whatever. Casey's new gimmick going forward will be Casey is Raw, the Fat Chick Thriller. That's
Yes.
his new gimmick going forward.
God had to look like. See, at that time, I know he was doing that '70s guy. Did he
Dude,
still
you need to get a shirt that says "I heart fat chicks" and wear it around.
No, it just says I love fatties. Just make it simple.
I love fatties.
I love fatties.
But
That's good.
I had some weird sex stories, and like there was one time, I was at an ex-girlfriend's house. Well, girlfriend at that time.
Oh, I'm not hating Casey. I'm not hating Casey. I am imploring him by giving him a new gimmick he can be proud of. He can brand it. He could start a new YouTube channel. Casey is Raw. The whole it's the whole thing. I'm not king shaming here. I like to get cut. Casey likes fat girls. It is what it is. We all have our thing. It's all good.
Just not like, well, there's too big, so
his sausage size fingers thrill the lady.
So this one, the girlfriend at the time, I was at her parents' house, and we're watching something, and I'm laying on the couch with her leaning against me. We got this blanket over us, and she starts giving me a handy under the blanket.
Oh, wait. A handy?
Yes.
It's called a hand job.
No, it's a handy. I've used that. I've used that handy term many times, Joe. You're good.
And so, and that would be bad, but I mean, the rest of her family was in the living room as well.
What?
Ooh.
Yes.
Was there banjo music playing?
No, but I mean,
what kind of hillbilly shit are you into?
Did her dad look over at you with those longing eyes, biting his bottom lip?
Oh my God, Casey!
Hold on, it's not like I was. Like I said, I was behind her when she was doing it. It's not like it was.
Oh my God!
So it wasn't obvious.
Okay.
It was obvious, like if I was in front and she started jerking me off. I was behind her. She's doing that. But
in case you told one, I'll tell one.
So I need to know, Casey, when you bust in a girl or you are ready to come, do you say Mazel Tov?
Mazel Tov, yes.
No. As he's diddling her, he has the Mario do 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 do. That's how he paces himself, right? And then as he goes Bowser, and then he shoots. That's how you know Casey went.
No, it's when I hit the flagpole. That's when you hear that's when I finish. That's when I finish.
Casey has timed his.
Wait, you said you finish in her? No, you're supposed to pull it out and bust all over her face or her backside, blow her back out. The fuck?
I'm shocked that I don't have any STDs, and I'm shocked that I don't have kids out there. So
you shooting blanks?
You know what?
Well, Casey has said he think he does. He said it before in the past. I think he does shoot blanks. Because you said it on the show before. It's cool, dude. Whatever.
No,
you don't need to procreate.
That's a fun way to fail.
Yeah.
Oh no! Hey, I mean, well, see, that's the thing. I mean, even if you're shooting blanks, that means you get unlimited practice. So there's no downside here,
right?
But
that's interesting.
Well, get this: same woman. We're in, I think, her father's room watching something, and we're not allowed to close the door, but she wanted to start having sex. So I was like, here's the
Really?
kicker. In her dad's bed, by the way. And
Are you trying to get shot? Especially
and
those southern fucking folk, man. They shoot first, ask questions later. Maybe not ask questions at all.
In my house, it's ask questions never. You just call 911, tell them to come pick up the carcass. You don't even worry about it. You know.
so if anyone wanted to go to the bathroom, they would totally see us fucking because the door was open. And
Jesus Christ.
so I'm
Well,
shocked. You know,
I got to give you points for having the balls to not shut the door, you know, for your not give a damn attitude. I got to give you points on that one for
Yeah, I
sure.
give you credit on that too, but you're lucky you didn't get a bullet between your head.
Since Casey told a few on him, I'll tell one on me. This was, let's see what. It was 2016, 17 maybe. One of them years. I can't remember exactly. I had just started seeing this old girl, maybe a week. Like, we weren't even dating. We were just talking, basically. And it was New Year's Eve. And we had just gotten a terrible ice storm. Like, we were iced in for 2 or 3 days. And New Year's Eve finally kind of let up so we could get out. Well, I mean, we had been iced in, so I didn't plan anything. I figured I'm stuck at home. I'll just, watch the ball drop and do my thing. But I was able to get out, so I did. And I'm hanging out with her at her family's party, whatever. And the whole night, anytime nobody's looking, her hand is basically on my balls, just rubbing it. She's rubbing my balls like a genie's going to come out of a granite. And I'm like trying, like, don't get hard in front of her family. Don't get hard. I'm like thinking about nuns and baseball and, cold milk, whatever I had to do, right? I'm literally thinking of anything, just something to distract me, ice water, whatever it may be, right?
Right.
And it's about like 11:45. And by this point, they had a big bonfire out in the back 40 back there. And me and her and one of her aunts or some other female family member sitting there. She's drunk and passed out. The family member was. So she's like, "Hey, come here, I want to show you something." I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And we go into the bathroom there. We shut the door, unlike Casey. Casey had more balls than me at that point. I shut the door because I didn't want to get caught. But we were fooling around doing our thing, and I'm like, "Hey, I want to shoot all over your face at midnight. I've never got to do this in my life. Like, I wanted to time this like 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. When Happy New Year, I wanted to try to time that with my exploding. Well, I was about 3 seconds off, but I started the year off in a good way. Either way, it was a lot of fun. So it was all good.
it 3 seconds before the new year or after?
After. It was like Happy New Year, and then like 1, 2, and then I went, I got close.
Okay.
I got close, but it was all good.
I'm kind of embarrassed to say mine, but it's just I'll say it anyways. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so I was like 15 years old, and we were at the school auditorium. There was like a choir performance that was going on, and the whole auditorium's dark, like no one can see anybody in there. This one chick comes up to me that she had like the hots for me. I didn't really even know her that well, right? And she I guess her friend said that she had the hots for me. So she came up to me. The whole fucking auditorium is pitch black. So it reaches in my pants and starts jerking me off right fucking there. With everybody around. And it's pitch black. I'm like, what the fuck? I came right in my pants, literally, dude. Fucking, I had to go to the fucking bathroom. Literally fucking wiped all the cum out. I'm like, oh, fuck, man.
Well, Casey, I got some. Pico has enlightened me with some information here. I just happened to look down at my phone. When your old lady's daddy watches. It's called an Oklahoma orgasm. Can you confirm this?
No orgasm.
What the fuck?
Now, does her dad stand there with the shotgun in hands as you two do this? I mean, how does this work?
Well,
And
I
like,
mean, it's the thrill of maybe getting caught and you might die. So
now,
yeah,
now, when her daddy was watching, was his hand in his pocket the whole time? This is what I
Oh
need
my
to know.
god!
I
What
was
the?
kind of I was kind of avoiding his looking at him because I'm afraid I look into his eyes that I might go limp.
No, see, I think you were afraid that if you two locked eyes, you'd push the daughter off and you'd get some old man yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! That's
You were
fucked
gonna
up.
you were gonna work your way up that family tree as Wheeler
Oh
Walker
my
Jr.
god!
Oh,
Oh my god! That's fucked up.
you know what was weird?
Oh my
That
god!
I don't remember if I was driving or somewhere or at her house or something. I think I was driving and she got me by the balls. She was like, uh, I heard a thing if it's like if I say something and it reacts. I mean, it's like lie detector, something like that. And she started naming people off, and I'm like, I'm starting to get chubby because she got me by the private, and she said her brother, and it just went ding. I don't know why,
Well,
but I think it's because she was just holding on to me.
Casey, I got a
Like,
question for you in the chat.
yeah.
Right here, hold on, let me get it. It says Casey is obsessed with fat chicks. It comes from his love of Arby's. Is this true?
Yeah. Like, what's the conversion here? Is it like the slutty fat girls you bring home, do they remind you of the loose meat, or is it the other way around? Like, explain this, please.
well, I do like the beef and cheddar, so.
You don't want cheddar
Oh my
down there.
god.
If you
Dude,
get
don't
cheddar
you.
down there, they need a doctor visit. You know that, right?
Oh, I was talking about I like sandwich. I don't know what you're talking about. I like the beef and cheddar sandwich with the curly fries. And
Yeah.
it's
Oh, so
curly.
she could be Miss Piggy too, right? So
Have
she
you
keep
ever
boinking
now?
with her tail, right?
Have you ever covered one of your fat girls in Arby's sauce and then ate them like they were a sandwich?
I
Have you
thought
ever
you were
done?
say you try to deep fry here.
No, I mean, like I said, a lot of times, like kind of like finishing in them because, instead of like pulling. Unless I decide to pull out, I guess I just probably on their ass or something. But
Well,
I just like hit the pussy. It's just
the other
something.
day, I was with my old lady. We were doing our thing. And I only say this because every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. And y'all know I like to drink a little bit. Not all the time, just when I'm awake and not working, basically, right? So we were doing our thing, and she blew me. I went in her mouth, and she lays back down, and I pick my drink back up, and I go on to doing, just whatever. And she goes, if you drink anymore, I'm gonna get drunk off your fucking jizz. You know that, right? So apparently, I have reached that level of alcoholism in my life that my semen now tastes like Jack Daniels. So I'm very proud. So that's how you know when you've done something right in your life. So whenever your man sauce is alcoholic, you're doing good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on. Does your dick get what's it called?
stay away from text, Casey. You're not gonna try any of that weird
No,
sick
I'm trying
fuck.
to remember what Mikkel what he said that he was having hangover. Did your dick have a hangover?
Well, my dick hangs when it's not hard because I actually have a good sized penis. So there is some hang to it. It just doesn't drip on my ball bag. Yes, I
Oh,
actually have a penis. So, but
well,
no.
you. Oh, sorry, Tex.
Oh no, I was listening to you. Go ahead, Dick.
Well, I I remember one time I was asked. See, I remember Tommy. He would say that he had a 12-inch dick.
Yeah,
So
Dude, most people that say they have the biggest dick in the world, they guess what? They have the smallest dick.
yeah,
Pico says, Tex, that's what I like about you. Pico, I thank you for that, sir. I try to be, sympathetic and, really understand the female perspective about how I talk about them. You know what I mean? I try to be fair and understand their side of things. So I appreciate that.
but that whole Tommy thing. I was like, it's not like I want to see it. The thing was, I wanted to call this bullshit out, saying that he had a
Whoa,
12.
whoa. I'm gonna have, wait. You want to see Tommy NC's pecker?
No, I didn't want to see it. I wanted him to prove that he actually had a 12-inch dick. So
Okay.
I told him
Tommy
that
has autism. You know that, right?
I'm pulling your man card on principle. You're out of the club.
Tommy
Bye.
couldn't tell what 12 inches was from fucking 2 inches. Are you fucking kidding me?
well, I'm just saying that he acts like he has a giant dick, but I told him I'll pay you $50 if you can prove it to me. And he wouldn't do it.
Are you gonna measure it for him there, Nancy?
Yeah, are you gonna
Well,
measure
you
this
know
shit? What
what?
kind of gay weird shit are you into?
Well, I'm just saying, if it's long, then it's like I'm not gonna make you have pull the tape measure out. But I'm just saying, like,
Casey's gonna be like Cartman from South Park and start measuring people's wieners. You stay the fuck away from my dick, motherfucker, or I'll put
no,
a fucking bullet right between your eyes.
I'm just saying, I call his bullshit out because he didn't.
Casey's a dick cop, is what he is.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta measure your shit now. So get on the sex stool so I can measure you.
Casey's like the TSA of dick measurements. He wants to pull it out. Did you pack this thing yourself? Has it been with you, in your premises the whole time?
What the fuck?
He wants to know the width, the girth, the length, the dimensions of it. He just keeps it for personal notes, though. That's all.
Big
he does.
Big T. We're talking about Tommy NC is a mentally handicapped autism guy that is in the community. He's a guy on YouTube.
He's a hard one.
Not Tommy Lee. We're not talking about Motley Crue Tommy Lee.
No.
We're talking about a totally different
We've
person.
all seen his joint. If you watch that tape,
Yeah.
that I know every one of us has seen.
Yeah, the Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson. Yeah.
If your shit can drive a boat, you're on a different level. Okay,
You
that's
can
all.
play drumsticks with it. This is-
He can. If your shit can drive a speedboat, you're good to go. That's all you need in life. So you'll be doing good. But yeah, Casey could drive like one of those paper boats that you make out of the newspaper. He could drive one of those with his little midget thing he's got up.
But like I was saying, that I offered him $50 to prove it. And when
Why would you even offer? Why do you want to see?
like I said, I wanted him.
Well, Tommy lives in bullshit, dude. He lives in bullshit fantasy land. Why the fuck do you even care?
Well,
Seriously.
If you
Casey,
look finish,
This is
and when
Casey, this is going to be 2 points on your man card license. If you
well,
get
it's
one
gonna
more,
go higher because when he turned down the $50, because I knew he was full of shit about it, I offered him $100 to prove it, and he still turned it down.
okay. Not only are we pulling your card, we're also pulling your woman card. You're just nothing now. You don't get to be
Oh, look,
anything.
You're a
I think
transgender
that
alphabet person now, Casey. That's what you are.
no,
You're
I'm
an
just saying.
asexual. Is what you
I just want to make him like honestly. Hey, let's say you're well gifted. You're 12-inch, right? Are you gonna be like, hey, I can make easy money just showing my dick, and I get $50 or $100 through PayPal?
It's the point you're talking about another man. You don't want to see another man's dick. Are you
No,
fucking
but
kidding me?
Okay,
no,
Casey.
I'm just saying I'm calling the person's bullshit out. That's what the whole point is. Do I actually want to see it? No, but he was saying that, oh, I got a big dick, it's 12 inches. I was like, all right, put your money where your mouth is.
And Casey, like I said again, Tommy is mentally handicapped. He
Well, hang
doesn't
on.
know what 2 inches from 12 inches is.
I think I can educate Casey here. Maybe whenever he went to man card school, they didn't teach him this lesson. As a man, you obviously have a penis, correct? That's what gets you into the club. One of the things.
Yeah.
Well, the only good penis is yours. The rest of them don't
Exactly.
even exist. Okay.
Exactly.
We don't
Who
worry.
cares?
The only time we even acknowledge that another man has genitals is when you want to walk up and hit your friend in the nuts, and then you use the back of your hand, and then you walk away. Besides that, you have the only penis. You don't worry about your buddies. You know what I mean?
That's just creepy.
I'm just saying, I wanted to call this bullshit out because, like, if it was me,
Right, but let him live in his own fantasy land. The kid literally fucking paints his face like the Joker. Can you take him any seriously? No.
no,
If he wants to
on.
if he wants to say he has a 2.5-foot Johnson with a rowboat on it, that's fine. I don't care. Keep on, dude. It's all good.
Right. Who cares, man?
no, I'm just saying that, like, if someone offered me $50 or $100 just to prove, like, oh yeah, I'm this long, I'm like, I do it in the heart.
You know the old fashioned. You know what the old saying is? The motion of the ocean. It's not the size that, like how Chucky would say, it ain't the size that counts, asshole. It's what you do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
if you have to point it out, you probably don't have much. I think that's how it probably goes.
Something like that.
I agree with that. But I was like, and then, people saw him in his green bodysuit, and
Hang on, wait. What are you
talking about? What green bodysuit?
Why are you so obsessed with Tommy's junk?
Yeah, what is your problem?
What is this?
no, I'm just saying,
Casey, what is your obsession with a mentally handicapped person from North Carolina? What is your obsession? Why are you obsessed with this kid's penis? What the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
not obsessed.
Yes, you were the one that brought it up.
Yes, okay, I agree.
Oh my Jesus.
I think you need your head mentally examined. I don't know if you might be on the spectrum. I mean, fuck, we tease Tommy and Bullfrog for being on the spectrum, and most of these people in the community that are on the spectrum. But fuck, I mean, it's Tex. It's Tex because he doesn't have his earbuds.
Do what?
It's the noises in your background.
Yeah,
that's what's freaking out Casey.
Oh yeah, no,
Is that one like vibration?
Yeah, the vibrating. That's Tex.
Okay, because I felt my phone vibrating.
I lost my earbuds out in the pasture tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck with this crappy wired headset.
Don't get on the subject of Tex. What is your fucking weird, fucked up fascination with Tommy and his penis? What the fuck?
I want to see his dick.
Why do you want to see it? No man is ever gonna say to another man, "Hey, can I see your dick?" Who the fuck says that? Nobody.
No, like I said, I just wanted to prove a point with him, but
He's autistic. Like I said again, and I'm not gonna say it again. Tommy doesn't know what 2 inches and fucking 12 inches is.
Wow.
maybe it took like the foot long from Subway. It's like, my dick is almost as long as the foot long.
Well, I know what kind of porn you watch, Casey. You just
Yeah,
told the
you're
whole
really weird. Like, this is just weird.
Oh,
I don't think it's that big a deal because like I said, I was trying to prove a point saying call his bullshit out.
oh.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I hate to leave it such a good point conversation, but my old lady just pulled in the yard, so I'm gonna go not think about Casey imagining other men's private parts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drink heavily to get this out of my head, Casey. So
This
I'll
is
blame
just fucked up. You're gonna make Texco limp because of what you're talking about.
No, believe me. Old girl will be more than happy to fix that issue. But I'm just gonna blame Casey on tonight's drunken escapades because of your stories and whatnot. So, this is your fault. Know that ahead of time.
Oh, thanks for coming by, Tex.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody else want to call in with their weird sex capades?
I just had to criticize you about liking a crappy movie and.
And then it goes one thing, another is talking about fucking sex, and the next note he's talking about Tommy's dick. What the fuck, Casey?
If Casey and Homeless Jim happen to release a subpar review, come check out on the Harsh Truth Tuesday night. We'll be doing a proper review where we do things the right way. So we'll
8 p.m. right? 8 p.m. right?
8 Eastern, 7 Central, somewhere around that time.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, Tex, you have a good night, buddy.
Yep.
We'll see you Wednesday night.
I'm gonna go drink shots off my old lady and fuck her like she owes me money. So, okay.
See you, Tex.
See ya, buddy.
Oh, I guess it was the wind or something making that sound.
No, it's because he's pretty much using his cell phone without headphones, so everything that's going on in his house is echoing into his cell phone.
Well, what sound like vibration a little bit.
It's the wind, yeah.
But minus this whole thing, what did you do today? I know you worked today.
Dude, I worked my ass off. Fucking, I went to the store, got some food, went to Little Caesars, picked me up a hot and ready, and I came home. I called you, and you were watching The Flash, and then I've made the new design for your new show coming up soon. I mean, if you want to flash it on the screen so everybody can see the new thumbnail.
I would have to go
Well,
off.
it's not hard. All you gotta do, well, it's okay. We'll go off camera, man.
But I thought you were going to answer the Skype call when I trying to.
Well, I was driving home. I didn't want to fucking, hit anybody or do anything stupid. I'm a safe driver. I'm not an idiot driver.
Well, yeah, I understand about that.
Right.
I'm about there. It'll take a couple minutes.
You're about where? What kind of weird sex capades are you trying to pull now, Casey?
No, I'm trying to get the picture up. Here we go.
Oh no, that's the one for that. That is for Nitro, for the last Nitro. That is, but I'm talking about your new one for your new for your new show.
Well, I mean, when we want to do
well, just know this, folks. Casey is going to be the host of that. I'm stepping back. Literally, once Nitro goes away on Wednesday, I will be like one of you guys. I'll just call into the show like how Tex does. I'm not going to be a host. I'm not going to be anything like that. I'm just going to hang out in the chat and I'll call in and hang out with Casey. I'm not. I'll be behind the scenes and help Casey out with like designs and like graphics and all that, like I usually do. But I am not a host. Yeah, see, I like this. This is like perfect for you. Like literally, you can go live whenever, and it looks perfect.
You know what? This would be a perfect like a background as like a you know how when Mikkel would have um his background green screen thing.
Right,
This would be like perfect with that. Like if I just like if the collection room is in shambles or something, I
right.
could just throw that on. But
Yeah, I think that would be great for you personally. I think that would look cool. Like I think you bet be in front of that. Like if you had like a table, it would look like
mhm.
you're at like a news desk and you're sitting there like talking. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what the vibes gives me.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely news feeling for sure.
And I like
But
it because like me personally, like
I
I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just graphics. Okay, but it's the point of the fact that matters that I did this for my buddy. I'm I'm stepping back in my role and I'm helping out a buddy to make sure that he continues on the path that we built together, that he's going to forge forward without me. But you'll see me here time in here or there, and it's not going to be. I'll be in the chat still. It's not like, oh, I'm just going away and not coming back. I'm not a Joe Compton. Let's be honest. I'm not like
ah
that. Well, I'm sorry. I had to pull my shots there, but still, I I just feel like Nitro and Raw ran its course, like me and Casey said, and it's time to try something new. And it happens. You like they say, every good thing has to come to an end eventually.
yeah. Like I don't think it's completely done. I would like to continue with Friday is Raw,
Right. But what I'm
but
saying is like maybe in I don't know, maybe in the wintertime or maybe like in a year or something, maybe we'll have a Nitro reunion and fucking it'd be like a one night only or a one night stand or something like that. That we'll bring back the Nitro graphics and the theme and we'll have the whole thing. But Wednesday night is going to be very special to me because it is the last Nitro. It is my birthday. We're all going to have fun. It's going to be great times. It's going to be good times. And, it's going to be the last time as me being a host on these shows. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel better that it's less pressure on me, too, because
yeah,
what people don't see behind behind the curtain that I do like 99% of the work. It's not as
Because-
easy as like some people think that we're literally we just hop on the call and we bullshit for 2.5 hours or 3 hours or whatever. It takes a lot of time and effort to put in to the graphic packages, the videos, the everything. It's not like they say Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time.
yeah, I mean a lot of the artwork you guys see is from AJ. Like this one, like my new logo that I have in the top right corner. AJ made that. Um, a lot of the things AJ does. I mean, it's kind of like how Brad made my intros. Like, I mean, that's why a lot of them I still use his intros because they're well done. I would just put a bunch of gameplays and stuff like that, and then I'll put his one of his intros on there.
Right.
But I mean, I agree with AJ. It's definitely time to least cut Wednesday away because it's just we're tired. I mean, we're getting burnt out a little bit. We're having a blast. It's just you can only talk about so much stuff for, and you can only shoot the shit every once in a while without like. So what do you want to talk about? I
Well,
mean,
like Big T said in the chat, it gives him late night talk vibes for sure. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, dude. That's what I was going for when I made that for Casey. I want because Casey pretty much told me, he said, "Look, AJ, I want to do, since we're leaving Nitro and Raw behind, I want to do a call-in show that random people just call in and I can shoot the shit with them." And I was like, okay, well, I gave him an option and I showed him some graphics, and he went with this one because obviously, I mean, look, it says podcast, which Casey does. It's live, it's on YouTube, and it's a call-in show. It looks fucking great. I
yeah,
mean, you really can't go wrong with the setup. I mean, and like Casey said, literally, he could use that as a green screen wall and have it set up to look more professional, maybe to get more people's eyes to come in. They're like, hey, maybe this guy's doing something professional instead of having video game wall behind him. You know, that I think that's cool.
yeah. I mean, I like using the video game collection as my background because it looks nice
Right.
and it's me pretty much.
Oh yeah.
But
Big T, juggling a 12-hour shift that I do 5 days a week, and then on top of it, both shows. And that, you know, it's the same way with Casey. Casey works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then he's got to do game reviews. He's got to go to the stores and, you know, get the video games or whatever he picks up and does videos there. I mean, Casey really, if you think about it, he's working 40 hours, and then on top of it, he's recording a whole bunch of video game plays, pickups. You know, he's doing, well,
and it's
the edits, the last Nitro we're doing, the last Raw, the new show he's doing by himself. I mean, it yeah, it's a lot on his plate, and you know, it's a lot of everything. But you know what? I'm proud of Casey. He's going to be forging on by himself without me. Yes, it's true, but I mean, I think Casey he'll manage to do it. And it's not like a Joe Compton. I'm not going to leave him. Like I said, I'm gonna, if Casey needs help or if I feel bored and I want to call into Casey's show and just talk to him for like 20, 30 minutes and then hop off, you know, I can.
mhm.
And there's no pressure on me, you know, like for example, like like Wednesday when they were having that 2 hour debate about stupid
Batman.
fucking superhero bullshit. That's why I left. I was like, I don't really fucking care about the MCU or the DC universe. I really could give a fuck less, to be honest with you. And that's why I was getting tired, and I told Casey, I said, yeah, I was fucking tired, dude. And then Steve hit me up and said, hey, you want to come on for an hour on his show? I was like, sure, why not? That's not a big deal. I mean, I don't want that much pressure like it was. That's why I'm happy that the last Nitro was happening on my birthday. Literally, that Tex is gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get drunk. I have a half a fifth of fucking Jaeger from Casey's birthday that I still have to drink for my birthday. Yeah, that fifth that I bought for your birthday, Casey, I have a
Yeah.
fucking half. I still have half a fifth there that I was saving for my birthday, so I could get drunk with you guys on air there. I mean, if you don't want to drink, hey, that's cool. You don't have to. If you want to throw back a couple beers and hang out and do that, hey, that's cool too. But I know for a fact that I'm getting fucked up, and I'm gonna say goodbye to my buddies doing a live show like this, and saying goodbye to my show that I created, and I'm happy that we did 26 episodes, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud that what we did with Friday is Raw. I'm proud with that. I'm proud that we have done so much on this on these shows that we've, as a whole, me, Casey, Tex, Mikkel, Compton, everybody that has came on these shows and has contributed in the chat room. We have grown this channel more because Casey, literally before all this happened, I think Casey had like 300 subscribers. Casey has almost like 500 subscribers now, almost.
Yeah, and like,
so he's grown.
Yeah, and like, I do enjoy these shows. It's just like I like sleeping, and when like Wednesday, it's I don't want to go past midnight so I can at least get sleep. So someone's calling in. Oh shit! I don't know if I want to accept this motherfucker's call. Only if he gives me the finger, and then I'll put him on there.
Who is it first?
Well, take a guess.
No. Nope. It's who I think it is? Nope.
Who do you think it is?
Oh, I know who it is.
Welcome to the call is Mikkel.
Oh, hey, Mikkel. I thought you were talking about fucking Compton and his leaving ass.
No. I think Compton ain't coming back. I think.
Oh, after I went off on his ass?
Yeah. I hadn't
buddy.
heard. I hadn't heard a peep from him since.
Well, somebody had to put him in his place. How you doing, buddy? Are you feeling better? How's your tummy? Yeah? Well, you better feel better, come fucking Wednesday night when we're partying and we're getting fucked up for the last Nitro.
Are you still hungover, Mikkel?
I got out party.
Say he had alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Feel good. No.
Oh.
Go back.
No, Mr. K's a baby. God damn it, Kenny!
Let me remove this for a second.
Yeah, you better keep that before Mikkel steals it from you, Casey.
Oh, that's good. Good point. We got on the call back is Steve. What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Steve? Hey, Mikkel.
Not much. I went live for 33 minutes because I had to call some up bullshit, but I'm back.
So, did anything happen? What?
Oh, he was talking about Steve. He said, Steve, did you go live?
I did, but it was 33 minutes. I had to call fucking Minnesota Vikings fan.
Oh, that's irrelevant.
Because I was on RP show earlier tonight too. Made fun of me because I had speech impediment and all the bullshit, so I had to call him to right the fuck out.
Oh, hey, you grabbed your balls by it and you fucking took care of your business.
RP is going
Waterboy?
And but I respect him. Yeah, he's going live. And it's been a good show. I'm enjoying it, so I just wasn't having any of the fucking Viking shit tonight.
Well, I'm just curious. I had not watched SmackDown or Rampage.
Speaking of that, Casey. Hold on. Time out. Big T in the chat earlier. I'm sorry, Big T. I know we missed that comment, but he said in the chat, who's excited for Collision? I actually am. I'm not going to lie. I am. I can't wait till tomorrow night. That's going to be fun.
Excited too. By the way, I will be live. I might not be live right when the show starts tomorrow because I might get home 5 minutes after the show starts, but I would definitely still be doing the watch along. It might not just happen right when the show starts.
So, hold on. I didn't say you can plug your shit. What the fuck?
Oh,
we're gonna have to edit that out.
Wow.
We're not. When I'm done, I'm gonna have to cut that down.
You know what? You know what channels I take into my videos every day besides Tony Go and everybody? I include everybody in my videos every day. I try to rotate everybody channel be involved into my in the end credits.
Well, I'm obviously kidding.
Oh, I know. But no,
So
I will definitely be doing a watch along to that tomorrow night.
yeah, I'm definitely down to watch it. Like, I also want to
Well,
see
it's
this.
an hour longer than Rampage, so
Wait, what's that? It's 2 hours. It's
Yeah.
8 to 10.
yeah, it's an hour longer than Rampage's.
I can't wait for the CM Punk and ESPN interview that everyone's talking about.
Oh yeah,
What are you talking about? What are we talking about? ESPN and CM Punk.
no,
You want
Yeah.
to talk about this, Casey?
Yeah, there was an ESPN interview. Oh my goodness, I seen it just a bit.
Right, but I want to hear what Casey's got to say about this. What about it, Casey?
There's an
Yeah.
interview from ESPN on with CM Punk, and apparently it was very controversial. But I'm also hearing it's a work shoot interview, so I would can't wait for it to see it. I'm sure it's got to be put on YouTube when it's done. I mean, I don't see them
Oh,
doing this and not post it anywhere else. So,
Kellen, you care to reply to that?
no,
Well, no, you were talking about it too, so I was curious what your thoughts on it was.
well, I haven't seen all of the interview, but it's like I gotta listen to it more because I just had the bits in there. Take a bit.
is it out?
Collision should still be a good show tomorrow night.
Is the interview out, Steve?
No,
No.
last time I saw someone going over the interview was Joe, so that's the last time I've seen of it.
Oh, I can't wait to see it to see how.
Right? No, I agree. I've just seen bits in there of the interview.
I know
But
where video game go. They are ESPN Plus. But no.
I mean, I would like to get an AEW shirt for sure. At least one generic one of AEW and then something else. But
Casey, can I go? Can I say something that was up in the chat a little bit earlier?
well, sure.
Big T said that he and AJ would do a great drinking stream.
Go.
The hell's Mikkel saying?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see where it is. It says, he was talking to me. You and Steve could do an awesome show, especially a drinking stream. I see, Big T. I don't really drink. I'm a social drinker. I'm not like Tex. That Tex needs it every single day. I'm not that type of person. If anything, my type of drug, if you want to call it a drug, I smoke cigarettes, and I have my occasional marijuana joint, and occasionally I'll drink a beer or two, or I'll drink, like, for Casey's birthday,
AJ.
I drank a half a fifth of Jaeger bombs. Literally, I had that. What's that?
When's your birthday, though?
The 21st. That's when we're having our party. That's a celebration of last Nitro. Yeah.
We should do like still.
Is that June, right?
That's next Wednesday.
Okay, well I didn't know. I'm just making sure because
it's the next Wednesday is the final Nitro, which is my birthday.
I'm just checking because if I have to, I'll grab a couple more alcoholic beverages if I have to.
Oh yeah, dude. This is like besides the botch that WWE did with WCW Monday Nitro, this is going to be this is going to be a night that everybody that has watched these shows for the last 6 months, it's going to be something special because it's not coming back. Once you've seen the last episode, that's it.
No, I understand because especially Casey does work Wednesdays. It's just Fridays. I just bet it just makes more sense in his schedule for just Friday shows.
I mean, I enjoy doing them. It's just a lot of times
you enjoy doing them. I didn't say you didn't. I'm just understanding if you need some just to recuperate. You know what I mean? Like I understand that if it's just even though not back to back nights, it's just you need some a little bit energy just to fucking recuperate though.
I just feel Wednesday and Friday is too close to each other.
No, I understand that. Hell, man. Fuck, man. No, I understand. I normally my day off is Wednesdays and sometimes, and then I work fucking Thursday. So I understand. I understand completely. Like, yeah, no, I understand. It's like, okay, no, but yeah, it's cool though.
Well, and like you said, I'm like I worked on
Either
Wednesday.
way, people will still watch us on Friday nights. Either way, people will still watch, even though it's not on Wednesdays. People will still watch on Fridays.
Yeah, I definitely want to continue Friday is Raw. Honestly, if I don't get anyone on here, it wouldn't last as long as we're going right now.
See, me personally, I believe that it will forge on, Casey. I believe that what we've built here, we've built an audience that people will watch regardless. Like we have the big T's of the world, we have the McKells of the world, we have the Callens of the world, the Tex, the AJs, the fucking Picos, the Ananis. We have the list goes on, the Picos. You know, the list goes on. Literally, the Callens of fucking that will watch our shows.
If I have enough energy to come on, I would definitely show up some Fridays. Not saying every Friday, but if I'm up to it, I will definitely be in the chat or on video on Fridays when they can, whenever I'm possible that I can.
Well, and I might have a couple people in mind though too, but talk about that. I am getting sleepy like I've been.
Sleepy, yeah. It's time for Sleepy Casey, everybody.
Yeah. Like I said at the beginning of this show that I've been on the go since I left work. I went game shopping and then right after that went back here, changed, and then me and my friends
get ready for his hot date.
Well, that's
with homeless fucking Jim over there.
Okay, you rest up.
Yeah.
When are we gonna meet him on screen, Casey?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been on screen, but I'm in talks about seeing if he wants to come on. I told him you don't have to be full time or whatever. So
yeah, but no, he can handle us. Well, not too much. Maybe for Mikel, but yeah.
Definitely for the last Nitro, we need to have Brad on. Brad is the coolest dude ever. You need to bring him on Nitro for the last night because he drinks. We'll have him have a drink too because he's cool with people. He's good people. See, that's one person that Casey has brought into the group. Brad is fucking good people. I haven't talked to him off camera, but from what I've talked to him on camera, Brad is good people, and I can see why Casey has known him for 30 plus years.
Good energy.
Yeah, he's good people. That's like Tex. Tex is good people. Mikel's good people.
Tex has good energy. He's not negative. He's always good to bring out the good vibes and just good and just make.
Costanza. Costanza. But behind the scenes are good people. He makes me laugh with the Casey voices. Oh, I have clips that are fucking hilarious.
No, Costanza for a long time too. Yes, Costanza is another person.
Right. But we
But
got like 10 minutes left of the show, which we're probably gonna do plugs and fucking whatever. So
yeah, let's go ahead and do it because, like I said, I'm getting tired, and
No,
I still need to
sleepy.
quick shower so I can pass out on the couch.
at least we'll hit our 3 hour mark. So that's fucking a good thing.
Yeah. So I mean, technically, we're in overtime right now.
Technically.
Uh,
That's something I will miss though on fucking Wednesdays and Fridays. But I mean, hey, like I'm not leaving. I'm just
might lose,
stepping aside.
so yeah, it's still good.
Me
Well,
too.
Still Fridays, except for Wednesdays, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Mr.
But-
Pico says, Casey, you shower? I would like to ask him maybe a little bit more. Yes, I take more baths, but a lot of times, like
you take baths and showers?
I've done that.
Me too.
I thought, to be honest with you, Casey, I know this is a joke, but like, I thought you fucking rolled around in mud
No,
like a little piggy.
That AJ, you like?
I know, I'm busting your balls, Casey.
So Casey likes baths more than showers.
Yeah, me
yeah, because
too.
it helps. I like soaking it because my body responds better to hot water soaking than just taking a shower. But Mikhail, go ahead and shout out your shit. They'll definitely take out
Yeah,
nine
you go first. Yeah, you go first, buddy.
Be on yo. I won't be on the mountain. I'll be on Wednesday, but I'm taking time away, and we'll all ready to the Ria and have fun. So I enjoyed the Katie and I'm burnt out too. I'm burnt out. I think we all are burnt out every Wednesday, Friday. But yo, AJ,
Wow, come on, Michael. Fuck you. Don't be like that, bitch.
Is it
yo. Yeah.
Oh, wine is a pussy drinker, by the way. But anyway,
I feel like I just aged older.
Yo,
Holy shit, Casey, you look like
What?
you're like 65 now. Girl,
That's what I'm
those
saying. I
wrinkles
feel
and
like
gray
I
hairs.
aged-
oh my god, you aged, Casey.
You lost more hair.
I feel like I aged like AJ said, like 25 years while waiting for that.
right?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I'm pretty sure I went into a coma and I woke up and Mikhail was still promoting his bullshit. But AJ, you got anything?
No, I'll save mine for the last. Go ahead.
All right, Steve, you got anything you want to?
Just my random news stories, and when I do get home from work tomorrow, if I work, I would definitely be live for AW Collision watch along. That is happening, regardless of me being 5 minutes late. But yeah, that's what's happening tomorrow on my channel.
And as for me, I have several gameplays, reviews. I'll have Dark Side of the Ring episode 3 of the Graham family tragedy, and that'll be out. And then I'm gonna also try to push out the non-spoiler version of Flash with me and Scott and I'll probably be doing some video game reviews on a new system that I picked up today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's in a giant ass box. And when we were recording this thing, and the camera made it look like very small when it's like this fucking big in person.
Well, check
It's
it
the
out.
second biggest box for a console I have in the collection now.
AJ?
Oh no, Casey was still talking.
Oh, yeah, so
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so I got a list of people to plug because I'm not that type of person. I plug my shit much, but go follow Frank and Tex on the Harsh Truth, man. They're going to be doing the review of the Flash on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. 7 Central. Go follow them, sub up the Harsh Truth, give them a thumbs up, tell them that AJ and Casey sent you guys to them. Shout out to the chat, man. Fucking, you guys have been good people for the last 6 months that we've been doing this. Go follow Drew. He's always live doing gameplays. Go follow him. Gatekeeper Drew. Let's see here. Trying to figure out. And Wednesday night we will be doing the final Nitro, final episode ever. It's not coming back. Once it's over and done with, it's done for good, and we'll be getting fucked up, having fun, and we'll have people calling in, hanging out. It's probably gonna, because it's the last Nitro, we'll probably do like 2 or 3 hours like tonight, which probably is it. And then I'll do my little speech and we'll part ways, and I'll call in and the Casey shows here or there. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not a host anymore. I'm not a co-host of anything. I just, I'll just be like everybody else in the chat, call in here or there, or chat, go chatting in the chats. That's pretty much it. But yeah, did you like that I put all the Nitro girls in there? I had to. It's the last Nitro.
That's why I was like, is that the Nitro girls?
Yeah, those are the Nitro girls, the original Nitro girls.
Yeah, the original ones, yeah.
But as for everyone, Steve, Tex, Mikkel, and AJ, I am Casey is Raw, and this is Friday is Raw, episode 29, and we're done for the night. And Mikkel, you can go fuck yourself when we're out.
Yeah, fuck you, Mikkel.
And hit that fucking Raw outro.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Good call, AJ. Good call. Give me a second. I'm a freaking idiot.
Yeah, you
The following announcement has been paid for by Casey is Raw.